Okay, it says we're live. Let me check my phone real quick. Might have to wait. I'll never give up. It's never give up. There we go. Okay. So we'll get there. Okay, awesome. We are live. Everything's good to go. Let me. Oh, what I should have done. I should have pulled up this as well. We do cruelty-free background video. And go this nice chill cafe one. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna film a quick video for Instagram to let people know I'm online. All right, Instagram's good to go. And let me give a quick intro. We'll start it off. What's up, everybody? Ben Jaye here. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, we're in for a crazy time tonight. So, like last week, I hit up my longtime friend Kubic, and we were doing like a private chat on Zoom. But it was so much fun. He introduced me to Suyash down here, and so I was like, "Fuck it, we got to go live with these guys because it was so much fun." So here we are. We'll be chit-chatting about being a musician and maybe play some web games and maybe even doing some other stuff as well, depending on what we feel like. But Vig, like, you and me need to sit down one time and like do an actual like interview, because like we've been friends for a long time and like you're a musician. Give a quick intro, Vig, because I don't think you've been on that one live stream on Instagram like a long time ago. But like, give a quick intro for yourself, Vig.
2 years ago, I think.
It was a long time.
All right, I go by the name Kubic, and I haven't released a song for 3 years, but I've been working. Yeah, I've been working. So right now I'm not very relevant. I'm like a nobody, but then there are big things backed up, and yeah. So
He does
I don't know how.
but you do a lot of stuff, man. Like, it's hard to even like list everything you do, and I probably don't even know everything you do. You're a musician, you're a DJ, you're in college, you're a playboy. Did I miss any? Like, what else? What else did I miss?
Okay. I do a bit of graphic designing and Blender on the side. So, people use music as an escape, right? And I use graphic designing as an escape from music, which is very weird. I have an escape for my escape.
That's funny. It's
Yeah, I
real
know,
though,
right?
isn't
It's
it? It's
weird.
kind of interesting, like how you have to have like balanced life like that. How it's like you do this thing for pleasure, this one like to heal from the stress of the other one. Suyash, I didn't have
Yeah,
a
exactly.
Suyash, give us a quick intro for yourself as well, Suyash. Like, what's your introduction?
So I go by Suyash. Suyash is actually my surname, it's not something I came up with. but my surname is actually more unique in the Indian scene than my first name is. So while growing up, friends started calling me by my surname. I was like, when I started doing music, I was like, better capitalize on that, because if people naturally started calling me Suyash, there was something like cool. I'm Suyash now, I guess, and yeah, I make music. I'm in college with Vig. Met Vig in college. Not released a song for how many years now? Like 1 year almost. Yeah, around a year, but a lot of incomplete music. And yeah, as far as I escape from music is concerned, I just go to sleep, man.
That's a nice way to heal as well. How much sleep do you get in a day, Suyash?
I don't know. My sleep schedule currently is extremely
Fuck.
erratic and fucked up, but it is usually like enough sleep to survive on. But right now, it is more than enough sleep, but at the wrong time of the day, if that makes sense.
I mean,
Me
you're
and Vega are going to sleep at like 6 a.m. around for the past few days and waking up at like 3 p.m., 6 p.m.
oh yeah, let's go. Honestly, like Suyash, like no, like I go to bed at 7 or 8 a.m. and I've done that for the past 4 years, 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, and I wake up at like
Uh,
2 p.m. or later. So it's
that's basically your life now. But for
it
us, we have to
is.
change it up, right? Because once college starts,
Hmm.
we are fucked.
That's the dude. That's what sucks, man. Is like the fact that people have to go to college or jobs that like don't support that lifestyle. For me, it was a
Uh,
conscious
Yeah.
choice of like making sure I have like a job and a lifestyle that lets me do that. But I understand for other people it's not possible. Oh man, dude.
yeah.
I wish it was though. Wish it was. There's also, have you guys heard about the like the extreme sleep schedule, where you can live on like 20-minute naps? Have you guys heard about that before?
Yeah, I've heard about that. I don't know where I've heard about that, but I've heard about that. That somebody was speaking about some shit that you just need 4 hours of sleep and the difference between good sleep and bad sleep. Some shit. I was like, I'll sleep. That's fine by me.
Right here. On average, the long-necked mammals, a giraffe, fit about 4 hours of sleep time into a 24-hour period. And basically, like they'll do like a 30-minute nap and then like keep going, 30-minute nap, wake up and keep going. And so just taking naps throughout the day. But I guess
Stop Googling yourself, you fuck.
I have a long neck.
There's this thing where the ideal period for a nap is 90 minutes, something to do with your circadian
yes,
rhythm
I
or
know about
something.
that. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo used to sleep in 19 minutes intervals, like before matches. I think I've read somewhere about this that Ronaldo used to wake up every 90 minutes and then yeah.
Yeah, there's yeah, the thing about the 90 minutes is that like that's the root. I think that's like the schedule for your brain is that you go from like the light sleep, REM to deep sleep and everything within 90 minutes. And so people say that if you time your schedule to wake up at the end of a cycle, it's easier to wake up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I did try it before. It's true, but it's really hard to do when you're barely getting any sleep at all. It's like
Yeah.
it's like I just need to get
It was
sleep. I
like
don't care if I wake up in the
very
middle of the cycle or
extreme
not.
behavior, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's the longest time you guys have stayed up for? The longest amount of time you guys have stayed up for straight?
3 days and 8 hours, I think.
It was 2 days and a few hours for me.
What, Suyash? What were you doing to stay up for that
I
long?
don't know, jack shit, I guess.
Jacking off? What?
I mean, I could say some things right now if that you not want to hear, but okay.
It's like, oh yeah, I was jerking off for 2 days. It was fun. No sleep.
To
Oh,
clarify,
God.
I said jack shit.
Yeah, he said jack shit. He did.
Otherwise, I could take that conversation in a route you would not like.
I'm
Or
interested.
Kubic won't like.
Listen, no.
Big? Do you have something that you want to tell us?
No!
Anyways, how long have you stayed up for?
No, hang on. You're not brushing over that so easily. What's up?
No,
What's
no,
going
I was
on?
just talking about taking that into your mom kind of direction. But
Yeah, I want to know. But it almost like true though. Vig was kind of like he was like, "Oh shit!" Like came up, the one thing I didn't want to talk about. What were you doing, Vig, for 3 hours, dude?
3 hours?
Yeah.
3 days.
Wait, do you mean 3 hours or 3 days?
The 3 days. You were up for 3 days and 8 hours. You
Oh,
said.
okay. I just wanted to see how long I can stay up for. That's it.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's one way to find out.
Yeah,
that's
here we
one
go.
way to find.
This is the
Oh yeah.
the
carry on,
Uberman
carry on.
cycle consists of 6 to 8 equidistant naps across the day, each lasting 20 minutes. The Uberman cycle.
Yeah, have you seen his podcasts, Andrew Huberman?
Yes, I have.
Some of them are great. Some of them, I don't know.
They're interesting. They're so long, it's scary for me to get into them because I don't want to like commit to listening to like a 2-hour podcast or sitting down and watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does have some interesting information. What's the best episode you've seen before?
I don't know. I don't remember. I've not watched anything for like a year.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, speaking of which, how long have you slept for? I mean, stayed awake for?
During college, there was a period when I didn't have a job. I was just like doing college and then like working on content and music. I got into this routine where I would stay awake for 24 hours and then sleep for like 9 hours and repeat it. So it'd be awake for 24, sleep for 9, wake for 24, sleep for 9. And I did that for like maybe a few weeks or a month, I think, a month or two. And I went back to like a more normal type sleeping. The longest time I stayed up though was like probably 30, 35 hours. It's like a little more than a day. So not as extreme as you guys.
yeah.
That
To be
was
fair.
What's
Oh,
that, Vic?
okay,
Go ahead.
But to be fair, like by the end of second day, I was practically laying on my bed without sleeping and watching like random shit. So
Yes.
I don't know if that counts.
No, it does. The thing about that was so weird is that like there's cycles, right? So like I noticed that I don't remember what it was now, but basically like you would definitely have like the dip, and like once you got past that dip, then it was like your energy would go back up again. And so like
Yeah.
Right.
so for me it was just like anytime I got into a dip, I'd be like, okay, let's go play some basketball or do some sports or something, and then an hour or two later I'd be like, ooh, I'm up again, let's go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
11 days and 25 minutes.
Wow. 17-year-old.
No.
It was back in the 1960s, as far as I know, because of the story. Yeah,
Okay.
in 1963, he just wanted to do it for fun, and
Only a 17-year-old or a 19-year-old would be crazy enough to do that.
seems like it, right?
Also,
Yeah.
wasn't cocaine like legal back then? Because you know, thinking.
I think for him, I don't think he did. Yeah, for him, like let's see, that's what it says. It's been claimed that Gardner's experience demonstrated its little effect. Yeah. Yeah, basically for him, from what I recall, I've read the story before, like, yeah, he was just, like, living life normally. Pretty interesting thing. I would not want to go that long, though. Where the thing for me that I've kind of realized about sleep is that even though you can stay awake, your brain activity, at least for me, like, my brain activity slows the fuck down. And so it's like, I need sleep to reset my brain. And if I'm just staying awake, it's like my brain's not functioning properly. So it's, like, not worth it. Because I'm like, I can't do anything. Like, I can do stuff, but like I'm not doing it.
Yep.
It's kind of ironic how we are talking about sleep when we are supposed to be sleeping right now.
I just took a nap.
Are we though? It's like 10 p.m.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
listen, my mom
breakfast
told me
time.
9 p.m. is bedtime, okay?
Dude, it's insane. Like my students will like tell me they go to bed at like 10 or 11 p.m. And I'm like, I'm just getting home at that time. That's insane. I could
I think
not.
after a certain age, the earliest you should go to sleep is 12.
And also like as you get older, you actually don't need to sleep as much when you get older as well, right?
Yep. I think when you sleep at 12, you get so much time alone, basically. It's similar to waking up very early morning.
Mhm.
Late night is almost the same.
Okay.
You are not disturbed. You have your peace. You have your privacy. You can work on whatever you want.
Shout out to Hyunggu. Hyunggu, what's up? Good luck with homework. One of my students is watching the stream right now.
Hello. Go do homework, man. What are you watching this for?
I think he's done with his homework now, so it's probably about time to sleep. Like most the students I've talked to here in Seoul, they sleep for about 4 to 5 hours a night, and then use like energy drinks and everything else to stay awake beyond that. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
Sounds unhealthy.
Sounds unhealthy yet familiar, bro. That's what we've been doing for 3 years.
right. Well, I mean that's the thing though, isn't it? Because like there's so much talk about like what you should be doing, but it's like no one actually does that. And I love talking about it because like there's like this, I think there's this image of like what people should be doing, but in reality like no one's actually fucking doing that. And it's like, can we just be honest? Like I'm not actually doing this or that, or
Sleep
like
is for the weak, says Joshua. Yeah, let's go. No sleep gang.
oh my gosh, Joshua, do I know you? Go to channel. Is that my? Maybe not.
I think he's the guy that goes to my gym. He's my gym bro.
Let's go. What's up,
Nice.
Joshua?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's the same one though.
Vig knows you. Okay, yeah. Gym bro. How
Gym
can a
bro.
gym bro say sleep is for the weak, bro? Every gym bro knows that sleep is for the healthy. You gotta rebuild that muscle. Oh my
He's built different.
gosh.
He's just built different.
Yeah. No. No. I don't believe it. Oh man. But yeah, speaking about cocaine,
Oh, by the way, Ben.
yeah.
The music in the live stream is muted.
There's no music actually. I literally just have this as a background, just as a literally
Oh.
just a background thing. So it's not just a random background thing.
That's big brain. That's like actually big brain.
Why? Is it? I don't know. It's just because like if you look at other stuff, it'd be boring. You know, it's like having a Subway Surfer video. It's like on the side.
Yeah, those random packed videos with GTA gameplay under them.
Yeah, dude. Exactly.
It's usually people roasting each other, but then we'll do it soon. We should do it soon.
Does it help?
What?
Does it help you guys like having videos like that? Does it help you focus more?
No, man, I'm confused. Do you want me to watch that or that?
Oh my gosh.
Either show me GTA or show me what you are talking about.
So what I do is I see the GTA clips, but I'm actually listening to them speak. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to work, but that's what happens to me when I like subconsciously watch these videos.
Mm-hmm.
Sludge content,
So-
right? Yeah.
Sludge content. I've never heard that phrase before.
Neither have I.
I'm gonna look it up right now, though I'm curious. Sludge content. The videos are typically compiled from 2 or more unrelated sources of popular game components such as Subway Surfers, an automated voice,
Great voice, exactly.
more. Okay. An automated voice reading a confessional, Reddit story time, an ASMR clip, some of soap being cut, or see.
Yeah,
Oh my
people would be-
gosh.
The AI voice would be talking about geopolitics, and there will be a Subway Surfer dude being thrashed by the cop.
Bruh, I love it. But I totally get it though, because like, if you're just consuming a bunch of content, why would you not want to consume as much content as you can at one time? Right? It's like, oh yeah, now I'm consuming even more content at one time. I'm watching so much more right now.
Perhaps 13 clips on a single frame.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Reddit stories, let's read some random Reddit stories and give our thoughts on those. Let's go to, which one should we read? Relationship advice. I always love that. Am I the asshole? That's a good one.
The answer is yes.
So we're going Reddit.
Usually it
Yeah,
is.
okay.
Usually they are the asshole in most cases.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
I mean, not really.
What the fuck? Okay, let's read this one.
This
This
is
is gonna
funny.
be.
It reminds me of Breaking Bad. You know when
Oh,
when during his birthday, like the cop guy just takes over the whole stage.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's so weird.
Asac Schrader always stealing the show.
Yeah.
And I started watching Breaking Bad recently.
You started
I
watching it
finished
for the first time?
I finished 2 seasons. Yeah.
Dude, that show is so good. I don't watch TV
I,
shows, but I watched that one back in 2019. I was looking for a job and I had like free time, so I was like, I've always heard about it. I was like, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. I got hooked so
mhm.
bad, and like I just couldn't stop watching it. I watched the entire series in like maybe 2 or 3 months. It was
Whoa,
so good, dude. Such a good series.
for real. But hey, at least
Wow.
I know how to make meth because of
Here's what I learned from college: how to make meth. I don't. It's
Okay,
such
you're doing music. So w's the backup plan? We'll be like, psych.
just make sure you don't make phosphine gas, and you're good.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll
The
be
gas that comes out, you fuck it down.
okay. List of Breaking Bad characters. I'll be Jesse. You can be Walter White. Suyash, who do you want to be? Dean?
I have not seen the series yet.
Haven't seen. Oh no, Suyash has got to be Saul Goodman. You've got to be Saul Goodman.
For sure.
He'll be like
Oh,
our
Gus.
lawyer to look out for us.
I have no context, but okay.
Gus? Is he? I don't.
I just know him from the memes, honestly.
Okay. Gus is amazing. He's just a great character and actor. It's a great series. It's a little bit like it's a slow burn, so like you've got to be committed to watching it, and once you get into it, like it's fun to watch. But if you don't have a reason to watch it, you might lose interest at the beginning. All right, am I the asshole for outshining my husband at his birthday party by announcing my pregnancy? Title says most of it. I, 24-year-old female, found out a day before my husband's 29th birthday that we were expecting our first baby. A day before his birthday, okay? I wanted to make it special for him, so I decided to tell him the next day. He does not really like to celebrate his birthdays, but this year his family is moving abroad, so we decided to throw a party where all the close family and friends can gather before they move away. All of them were the people whom I knew were going to be really happy by the news, so I decided to announce it in front of everyone. Why did she not tell... What? Wait, I'm sorry. Is that normal? Like, I feel like if you're pregnant, you should probably have like a private conversation with your partner before you tell everyone at once, shouldn't you?
I mean, if they're trying for it, maybe not.
Well, it's just like it's your guys' baby, and so like to tell everyone, like he'll be hearing it for the first time in front of his family as well. Wouldn't that be a little bit? I don't know. That would be kind of weird.
I think
feel like.
I think the couple should announce it in front of everyone together. Like the couple should know first.
But the couple should know first, right? So like, already feels kind of
Uh,
weird that she would be telling him for the first time in front of other people.
Look at the second last paragraph.
Oh, I'm gonna read the rest of it. I was just like, I want to jump in and say that real quick.
Yeah. It gets
So
weird.
I decided to announce it in front of everyone. My husband was, of course, the happiest one, but after that, the rest of the party was all about me and the baby. Some even forgot to wish him happy birthday because they were so busy congratulating me. I kind of felt bad for taking the attention away from him, but he didn't seem to mind it. Did you not know that was gonna happen? It's literally a baby and it's just a birthday. How is that? It was like, oh, a baby, congratulations. Anyway, happy birthday. It's okay. Later that day, his best friend came to me when I was in the kitchen just to say that it was very selfish of me to announce my news when it was my partner's day. He said that my partner does not even celebrate his birthdays, and now that he decided to celebrate one, I shouldn't have made it all about myself. Okay. Why are we listening to the best friend's random opinion?
I mean, a baby is supposed to be both of theirs, right? So it's not really
Yeah.
about her.
Yeah,
but, like,
exactly.
them.
It's them. It's theirs.
Yeah. But then the next paragraph is like really weird.
But also, dude, as well, like, why would you listen to some random friend that, hey, I just think that was, like, really selfish and, like, so stupid of you. It's like, why are we listening to this guy? Like, okay, thanks for your opinion. Go watch Subway Surfers. He even accused me of doing it on purpose because, according to him, I cannot stand it when all the attention is not on me. Oh, okay, so it sounded like the friend's just an asshole then. I decided not to argue with
Yeah.
him because he's never liked me, but I can't help feeling awful for taking all the attention away from him. Aww. He has not hinted that he's upset at this, and I haven't told him yet what his friend said. Oh, that's okay. Edit, afterwards, my husband told me it was the best gift he received, and it made his day even more special. However, he did not mention anything about announcing it in front of our families, or not telling him in private. We're very closely knit family, and I believe telling them this soon shouldn't be an issue. Am I the asshole?
No.
No, no. The friend is an asshole. That's not like that. That friend is like a red flag. That's a red flag on that friend right there. That is a wow.
Soft whitey. I don't know what I mean.
You're the asshole. A soft, you're the asshole. Even though he was cool with you announcing his birthday, especially if your partner news like that first, rather than telling his whole family and friends all at once.
Let's listen to the internet experts.
I mean, that's,
Keyboard warriors.
we did say that she should have told him first, but like at the same time, it sounded like he was totally fine with it. So if it's just the friend calling you out, it's like, nah, it's not. It's,
that's his problem.
That's his problem, right? I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, story time then for you guys. What's the most asshole things one of your friends have done to you before? Keep the names a secret. Like, don't need to like spill the tea on anyone. But like, what's the most asshole thing that one of your friends has done to you guys before?
Thinking about it.
Or it could be like a date or something. I can go first. This is a story I also sometimes mentioned in my classroom. There was this happened like a long time ago. I think 2020, or maybe possibly 2021. But bye Hyungu, see you later. There was a girl I was dating, and I didn't like her that much, but we were just like kind of casual dating. So we went on one date, and it was like, you know, it was kind of fun, or whatever. Oh my gosh. Now that I'm thinking about it, like on the first date, she was literally telling me that she likes to watch crazy Japanese porn because of like how ridiculous it is. Not for the actual porn itself, just because of like the insane scenarios that would come up with it. And so like we're standing there waiting for the subway, and she's describing to me this like this wild Japanese porn she watched before. Not for the porn itself, but just because of the ridiculousness of what was happening in the scene. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on a live stream, but let's just say it was happening at a funeral, and someone was looking for comfort at this funeral. So,
The fuck?
like the priest comes over and like says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm so moved by this." Yeah, and she's like describing this like on the first date. So, we ended up going on a second date. And this is where I was the asshole. I'm late to literally everything, but even this was like way too late by my standards as well. It was summertime. It was hot as hell outside. She got there, I think, a bit early, and I got there like 30 minutes late to like the date. And yeah, and like I show up and I get that, I'm like, "Hey," and she's like, "You're 30 minutes late," and I was like, "Yeah." Sorry. And like she had stayed inside of like a convenience store, so it was like air conditioning, but like it was like, can we end this before it even gets started? This is like, I'm the asshole. I understand. I admit that. I apologize. Oh man.
If this makes you feel any better, I was late by an hour.
Really? For a date?
Yeah. And obviously we never talked again.
No, really? Bro, she fumbled the bag, bro.
No, I know. But yeah.
But did you have an excuse? Like, what happened? Like, why were you an hour late?
Well, I was supposed to take a train.
Not judging you, Vig. Just curious.
Look, okay, I just accept it. Okay, I was
Asking for a friend.
Dude, I mean, like, come on. I don't blame you. Like, I understand. I get it, bro. I fucking get it. But go ahead. Like, what was the reason?
I was in a situation where you could say, if I really wanted to, I could have. But then I didn't want to spend like $10 on a taxi to go meet her. And that's $10 is a lot of money in India, right?
Anywhere.
So I wanted to take the train instead, but then the train did not show up.
Okay.
For a very, very long time. And then it started raining. And I had my new shoes on.
So basically what you're saying is that this girl's not worth $10 or your new shoes. Which is understandable, but
No.
just saying it like it is.
To be fair, I was like a freshman at college. So I was like, I did not have money at all. Like literally zero money. I was living on ramen, Maggi, that kind of stuff. So considering how broke I was.
Yeah.
What year was this? What year was this?
2021.
Second year. Or third year? Second year.
second year, like the beginning before second year start. Yeah. But yeah, I was the asshole.
So I
I
think
think some,
so like for me and Vig, like 2020, 2021 was like our asshole years in dating. It's like no, but like for real actually, because like I came to Seoul in 2019, right? But then I didn't actually start dating until the pandemic started. That's like at that, because like right before it really hit in, I was like, oh, like I'm kind of like lonely here. Like I want to start dating, and like COVID hits, and it was like the worst timing ever. But that was literally the year that like I downloaded Tinder and Bumble and started like getting into the dating scene was like at the worst possible time. There was so much like fear whenever we were meeting someone. It was like it's like we might get sick, we might die. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like we might be the last people we ever see. Like it's okay, and everything. So.
Good
she was
shoot.
cute. I'm not gonna lie, she was cute.
Down here, Val said, I think economical reasons are fair, but I think be honest up front. Yeah, honestly, Val, I think that was the thing I learned. Like, obviously, like, I did make a lot of fuck-ups like that, and that was the thing I learned was just to tell people before, like, the night before of, like, hey, just a heads up, I'm going to bed super late, and I'm definitely going to be late tomorrow, so, like, maybe we should push it back 30 minutes to, like, 1 hour, and I did get a lot better at that after having, that kind of experience, like, it was just like tell people. So like I got a lot better like the night before, just being like, hey, going to bed super late. I was up doing this or that, and can we make it like 1 hour later? So
Right.
yeah, lessons
That's,
learned. But
with me, like even if I'm scheduled right, I'll just like start procrastinating. Something or other, like right when I have to leave, would come up.
yep.
And then that's kind of not excusable, right? That's kind of like that's on me. That's completely on me. And back then I was like too, I don't know, I wasn't ready to admit that I was wrong.
Okay.
Like I fucked up here.
Okay,
But then over time it got better for sure.
that's good.
You just learn by fucking up more and more, I guess.
So
For sure.
and part of it,
You know.
Vig, is right. I think for both of us, probably time blindness is the inability to sense the passing of time, and it can make nearly every aspect of a person's life more difficult. Like I'm really bad at with time blindness. I'm bad at like estimating how long something's gonna take, and then also like doing stuff on time. Cause like for me, like when I'm getting out the door, it's always like I'm ready to go out the door, then I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to fix my hair. I forgot to put on my neck tattoo. I forgot to like change my socks, whatever. This random things. And then I'm like, oh, but it's okay. That just takes 1 minute. Or that takes 3 minutes. No, it takes 10 minutes to do that stuff. And then you got the door. You're like, oh shit, 15 minutes have passed. So yeah, I did notice for sure, like dating other people who had ADHD was always a lot easier because we'd both end up being late. And so it was like, oh, you're late too? Nice. It's like, no problem. Fantastic. This is going to be awesome. So, let's talk about, I asked Val about that last time. I want to hear from you guys. What are your red flags in dating? I'll give a few like really, really stupid, petty, silly ones. These are not serious. I don't mean this for real, but it's just like silly things I would notice like in terms of pattern recognition. Number one, owning a Samsung phone. Yeah, I know it's totally petty. It's silly. I don't mean it seriously, but I just noticed that anyone who I was dating, who I was close with, always had Apple iPhones. Anyone who I dated, it was never a good connection. It was always a Samsung phone. And so I was like, okay, so only date Apple users. Another one is this is gonna sound bad. Another one is Christians. Like, don't date. I was like, don't date Christians. And again, I don't mean that seriously. I'm completely joking, but I also noticed as well if someone had like a religious background, it was usually like not a very compatible match compared to people who didn't have a strong religious background or agnostic at least. Yeah, it was a bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, those are like two really silly ones I picked up: like, Apple phones and please be agnostic or don't be a strong like religious person. What about for you, Vic?
Right.
What were the silly things you picked up?
Don't date Bengalis.
Oh my gosh! What? Boy, explain yourself right now.
I'm being racist. I don't care.
Just for reference, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, go ahead, explain yourself.
So Bengali people are known to do black magic. and you don't want to be near them.
No, you want to be on their side, Vic. What are you talking about?
I mean,
Did you date someone from Bengali?
yes.
Okay.
Once.
Okay. Tell us more.
No.
The date went bad. You're like, I'm gonna use black magic to make your dick shorter. No, don't do it, please. Don't do it. No.
I mean, okay, I'm not sure about that, but then my brain cells definitely got reduced by like half. I have like half the brain I used to before.
What?
So yeah,
Well,
it's
like,
real.
like? How do you like? What was it? Was she like a nerdy type, or like? How do you mean? We're already this deep into the story. You can't back out now. Like, I need to understand.
Look, it was brain damage. Okay, that's all I can say. It was like complete brain damage.
But like, why though? What was her personality? What was up with her?
Look, I don't want to. Streamers spread really fast. I don't want that to happen till I'm in college. Okay, because somebody listening to the stream is gonna go.
Oh, that's true. Vig, I did say Vig's a playboy. He
Yeah.
gets around, but okay,
Oh,
all right.
no. Hey. Okay, that was. I'm being framed here.
Suyash, I thought you were gonna be the one that got uncomfortable. It looks like Vig's the first one to get uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable because if he starts speaking about all of it,
It's gonna make very obvious. Okay,
it's
I
going to
see.
be it's
Okay.
going to be a lot of trouble.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Social relationships are pretty hard. I was talking about this yesterday. I was playing basketball at the park. I was chatting with some of the other players who were there. I told him, for me, making friends is easy, but maintaining friendships is hard. And then he
Oh, yeah,
said the
same.
opposite is for him. He said it's hard to make friends, but it's easy to maintain them, is what he said. Suyash, what side are you on?
Yeah, it's easy to make friends and harder to maintain them because the more you start getting to know people, the more different variety of things that start coming up.
Uh-huh.
You might not agree with some of it might not gel with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that causes a lot of what do you say? Volatile relationships develop much more the more you start knowing the person.
Yeah.
That makes it harder to maintain.
And it's also difficult because I think a few things. Like, first of all, it's hard to to balance a bunch of different friends. And then also, how do I say this? Having hard conversations with people is like, no one wants to do that, right? Like, no one wants to have like hard conversations with people. And then especially not if you're not very close with someone, right? So like, if you're not
Yeah.
super close with someone, is it really worth it to sit down and be like, hey, I don't really vibe with you much anymore? And like, that's so awkward, right? It's easy to just like to not hang out with them anymore, or kind of like put them on the back burner because you're not that close to begin with. So it's kind of like, should you actually sit down and like have like the I'm breaking up with you as a friend? Like, that's so weird to do that, isn't it?
Yep.
Val, please
Hello?
jump in.
Hi Val. She is, and I think.
Hello.
She's here. I want to hear
Okay.
Val's thoughts on this. Val's me and Val always talk about
She's here.
friendships. Wait, Val, you're muted. Unmute real quick if you could. There we go.
Sorry. Hi, everybody. What's the question?
Just like we were talking about, like the easy to make friends, hard to maintain them. So I was just curious about your thoughts on that and everything.
Agreed. And I think someone touched upon it as I was trying to join, so I missed like the full statement. It's like once you learn more about people, you're like,
Exactly.
Okay, let's go there then. Friendship red flags. We talked about dating red flags. By the way, Val's dating red flag was being a bad speller, which
I was younger.
I understand that. I understand that though. If someone doesn't take care of their grammar, it's kind of like, can you take care of everything else in your life? But anyway, but yeah, let's talk about friendship red flags. Like, Suyash, what's a friendship red flag for you?
I don't know what you would call it, but people who basically pretentious people who want to get liked from all sides.
I agree.
So is it kind of like they're putting on a front of like being something?
When you start knowing them, they will do everything so that you like them. You include them in your close circles, and then when you're not there, they are somebody else entirely.
Okay, I
And
see.
you notice it in for other people also. Like when, let's say, you and that person who you're friends with now meet somebody and you introduce them, you'll see the same exact patterns repeating. They'll try to appeal to their complexes, superiority complexes, and whatever they have to do to become tight knit. And then all they want is their self-centric.
Sounds like people pleasing. Maybe is that like a people pleasing issue? You think? Okay.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think there's a lot. I think people pleasing is so common for a lot of us. It's something you kind of have to grow through, but it's not easy. Yeah, I agree though, because you never really know who the real person is, and it also just feels like they're very fake because you never get to like interact with like the real version of them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Vig, you have one as well, Vig? What's your thoughts on friendship red flags?
Honestly, okay, I'll like come up with a story. Well, not come up with it. I'll tell a story. I was friends with like
A girl from Bengali. We just saw Big like hates Bengali with everything. He's like, so actually, don't get me started on Bengali. Okay, so you're friends with someone from.
I was friends with pretty much everybody at college, like literally everyone at university, and that kind of bit me back, because obviously not like Suyash said, not everyone is real or valid. Like a lot of people, especially in college, they're just trying to, please everyone, and it's not. Thing with me is I'm not exactly good at recognizing that, I just assume that everybody has the right intentions, everybody is a nice person.
I see.
I kind of gave everybody a chance,
Sure.
and then that kind of just went around and hit me in the head, and I had to cut off like about 90, 95, 90, I don't know. Well, math is not mathing, but I had to cut off a lot of friends, most of my friends. And yeah, I have like a small circle, like a really small circle of 4 or 5 people that I genuinely trust and I can hang out with. So with me, I'd say red flag. I don't know. That's probably me as a red flag. I don't become friends with people as easily anymore. That's probably my red flag now. But yeah.
Man's getting back to am I the asshole question.
No, but like that's a fair point though. I mean, I think as you meet more people, whether it's a friendship or dating or even business, like you kind of figure out like what you're looking for, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with. I feel like it's kind of a natural progression for most humans, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're always going to be asking ourselves, am I the asshole? Because we're changing.
Because we're always the asshole.
You just gotta
Some
own
way or
up to
another,
it.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
you may always be the asshole to somebody.
Self-aware enough to know that we're the asshole, not self-aware enough to actually change it. Oh fuck, I'm the asshole. Anyway.
I don't want to be friends anymore. I'm the asshole. Bye.
Yeah. I'm the problem. It's me, like Taylor Swift said. That's a weird thing to come to conclusion to come to though, is that like a lot of the times we are the problem. I don't know. It's weird because I think that for me, in my experience, like I've kind of always kind of gone to extremes, right? Well, like on one extreme, you go too much this way, and then you go to the other extreme, and then you can find the middle ground eventually. So I think like in terms of like dating relationships, one thing I kind of learned was like when I first started dating here in Seoul, I blamed myself for everything. So like anytime a relationship fell apart, it was always like, oh, that was my fault. What the fuck did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? Why did they leave me? Blah, blah, blah. And then I went onto like the other side where it's like, oh wait, like hang on, I've been over blaming myself. It's actually not my fault. It's just because like it wasn't a good match, or that person's an asshole, or they didn't show up, or like they weren't emotionally available. And then like now I'm kind of in the middle where it's like I'm more balanced. It's like, okay, that was like 50% me, 50% you, or that was 70% me, 30% you. And I don't know. I think that can kind of be a pattern in life in general, is that you kind of go to different extremes and then you find the middle ground at the end, where it's like you can kind of see where we make mistakes and where you can't, where you don't.
That
Yeah.
takes both, that takes courage because not everybody is willing to accept that they were in the wrong. So, I'm guilty though. I'm totally guilty of that.
It's scary though, right, Vig? No one wants to. No one wants to be. You don't want to be wrong. You don't want to be embarrassed, and you don't want. We don't like to lose as well, right? Like humans in general don't like to lose. But I had this really funny thought about. This is about chess, but it's also kind of like what we're talking about. I'll give a quick, it might take a long, I'll try to condense it, say it quickly. So I was playing a bunch of chess game, like the 10-day chess games, right? And like I kept winning the games. And so like my ranking was going up. So like my ranking on like the 10-day games is like maybe like 1,100 or 1,200, right? But then I realized, I was like, wait a second, I'm only playing people who are ranked 500, 600, like 700. I was like, this is like unfair competition. Like my ranking's going up, but like I'm playing people who are below my level. Like this is not fair, right? And then I kind of realized, I was like, if I actually want to get better, I need to be playing people who are like beyond my level. And I was like, because at that point, even though I'm going to be losing every single game, I'm going to be learning the strategies I can utilize like in the people that are actually in my level. So if I play someone who's like level 2000, learn the strategy, go back and play people who are my same level, like 1200, and then I can like slowly get up from there. So, but the whole thing though is like you said though, Vig, like it's for me, it's so frustrating because like I'll jump in and play like the bots on chess app, or just like the bots that are like 1,200, 1,500 score, and like losing every game, losing. And like it makes me angry. Like I get like ferociously angry. I'm like, like I would like throw my fucking phone because it's just like losing game after game after game. But sure enough, go back and like play someone who's my same level, and the game's over like that. Like I win it super easily. I'm like, oh, like yeah, I was like, I'm losing all those games, but I am learning along the way. I was like, okay, nice. So like the point, I guess, is that I think as societies around the world, we put so much emphasis on like winning and losing, but actually it's all very subjective, because winning and losing is so temporary. Like how long is that gonna last? Like 1 day, 1 week, 1 season? Like in the end, like life is kind of limitless. Stuff just keeps going and keeps happening. So, getting caught up on something like winning or losing is like you're living in the past. Like that's your past loss, your past victory. Like you're here right now, and you can try again. You can do better. You can improve, or whatever it is, right? And then I guess to make it full circle, I'm gonna pull up that quote, Val, from that article you sent me. I love that article you sent me. It's so amazing, and I love this paraphrase from it. I'll pull it up on my page. This is from an article about being ethical, but there's one quote specifically. It says, "Guilty feelings about wrong actions don't make us more inclined to do better." Guilty feelings about wrong actions don't make us more inclined to do better. And so I was just thinking about, I don't know, I guess it for me, mentally, it's a little bit all connected of like, whether it's feeling guilty or feeling angry or feeling frustrated, like those emotions are like all temporary and we get so caught up on them. But if you're able to like zoom out, it's kind of like, oh, this is only for right now. Like if I keep moving forward, it's going to change eventually.
I'm just gonna add this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just gonna add like that quote now makes me also think of that Reddit thing that you shared about the cheating incident. I'm like, oh wait, that just changes that whole thing too. Sorry.
Man.
Side note.
We've got to read that on. I'll pull it up right now so we can all read it. But Vig, go ahead.
I forgot.
Sorry.
It was about.
That's good.
Was it about guilt? Was it about guilt, Vig?
Yeah. Okay.
It was probably something about thing you said, right? Oh yeah, I remember. So, we sometimes get so caught up outside our comfort zone, we don't go back, and we kind of like lose sense of where we are. I think it's like super important to sometimes take a step back, see how far you've come, see where you were like when you started, and then I feel a lot of people fail to do that. Me especially, I struggle in doing that. When I start pushing myself, I just like hit a burnout, and I'm like, oh shit, this is not going anywhere. I'm so guilty of doing that.
Do you know why it happens, Vig? Have you thought about like why it happens?
Not really.
Because I think that's kind of the key in that point, and I might be misunderstanding the situation. For me, I get really frustrated about stuff, and I hate frustration because the whole thing about frustration is that you don't know how to do what you want to do, and that's really annoying because you have the effort, the energy. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna work hard and give all my energy. But if you don't have the right strategy, like you're just wasting your time. And right. And like that's led me to so much frustration over the years because it's like whether it's talking about making music or doing content or trying to get a relationship, like even if you have all the energy and effort and willpower in the world, if you don't know the strategy, like you're just like banging your head on a wall, and like that is very frustrating. Especially so in those situations you kind of have to. I don't have a solution for it. I think it's just like if something's not working, you need to admit that it's not working. And just be like, oh, like this isn't fucking working right now. And then after you admit that to yourself, maybe you can find a better way by asking someone or using ChatGPT or looking on the internet or something. Sometimes the other one that's kind of more meta is that sometimes there is no way to do what you want to do. Like all you can do is keep failing until you find the way to do it. You know? And they're both kind of disappointing because they're both kind of true. Sometimes it's just that you don't know the strategy and you have to ask someone who does know. And sometimes there is no strategy and you just have to keep failing until you figure it out. So.
Well, I mean, I'm just imagining because of the context of you guys of like you're doing your own individual work. You're not even working really in a team. So when you're getting frustrated, it's so much easier to beat yourself up as to why you're not progressing.
True.
Than to stop and say, hold on, because you have to develop the tools to be able to say, hold on,
yes.
Where did it, like you said, Big, like where did I come from? Like where was I on this mountain before I got here? And it's you weren't necessarily at the bottom, and you're not necessarily at the bottom now, but it's in that moment to be able to say, and even if you are at a wall, it's being able to say, and I have nowhere else to go. What can I do next? Which is hard. It's hard because it's like we are so hard on ourselves when we don't get things right that it's like it's hard to say, wait, maybe it's okay to try something new or redirect or whatever it is.
Yep.
Because if you're working in a team, you can blame somebody else.
Well, and they can also check you as well, right, Val? Where they can kind of tell you that you're doing something wrong.
Depends on the team.
Depends on the team. It does depend on the team. And it also depends on if you're willing to accept it or not. That's another big one as well. Like, are you even ready to accept it? For me, I noticed that I'm very, like, pattern and routine oriented. So it's really difficult for me to break a pattern or routine, right? Because once you've been doing it for long enough, it, like, feels like, no, this is the right thing to do. And then you're like, no, it's not working. It's not the right thing to do. But I've been doing it for so long, I got to keep doing it. It's like you get torn between breaking it or just continuing with it.
Yeah. As far as reaching burnout is concerned, I think me and Vic have a decent enough setup right now where whenever we think we are not progressing with one of our projects, we just close it up and send it to the other person.
That's a good habit, actually.
Yeah, we're trying to implement that. He starts a song, does what he wants to do, cannot do more, just stem it out and send it over.
Yeah, and I guess that's like we said, though, having a good team or having someone you can trust, no doubt about it. Yeah, but like I like what you said, though, Val, about having compassion on yourself, because even when we're talking about chess, like some of them get in that mindset where it's just like, no, next game, I gotta keep going. Next game, I gotta keep, like you just keep bombing and losing every game. You gotta stop and be like, wait, I need a nap right now. Like my brain is not functioning.
My neurons need some rest. They need to stop firing so much. Time out.
Precisely. Guys, we have a insane Reddit story that got posted just last month. This is like, from 28 days ago. So it's not even a month old. This story is tragic and also shocking and insane. My husband is cheating on me with my best friend. I'm honestly not sure where to start, so I guess I'll just start. My husband and I have been dating since I was 19 and he was 22. We've been married for 6 years now. We have 2 kids and I'm 6 months pregnant with our third. So she's currently 25 and he'll be 28. 2 years ago, I found out my dad has stage 3 colon cancer. My dad is my only parent as my mom passed away when I was 12. He's my favorite human and life without him doesn't seem as colorful. His laugh is contagious and he gives these big bear hugs that seem to make all of your broken pieces feel like they're perfectly in place again. Whenever I've had a hard day, he doesn't just poke and prod, he just lets me vent and he listens. About 5 months ago, we discovered the treatments are not working for him, and in direct quote of the doctor, he says months, not years. Since then, he's gotten progressively worse and now is losing memory. He looked at the dog he got me for my 21st birthday and said, wow, it's a nice dog. Where'd you get it? My husband has been my absolute rock. He's been there for me, holding my hand and helping me through this. He's been so loving and attentive to both my kids and I. Don't get me wrong, I am a mother first always. I don't allow myself to wallow. My kids are still loved, cared for, played with, and I haven't let my load slack around the house. Once my dad got his updated prognosis, my husband encouraged me to quit my job. After about a month, we discovered we were pregnant again, and I still hadn't let go of my job. I kept holding out for some reason. After finding out I was pregnant again, he assured me it was still okay to quit my job, and that honestly, it would save us a small fortune on daycare cost anyway. So I did quit my job. My best friend and I have been friends since diapers. Her family is like family, and vice versa. My mom and her mom grew up together. We've always been solid, and right after Dad's appointment, when we found out he had so little time left, I drove straight to her house, and she held me while I cried for hours. If there are soulmates in friend form, she was mine. Thick as thieves is what my mom used to say. This morning, as I was up with my 3-year-old, he's sick, my husband's work alarm was going off. He has a few set, so I turned that one off and gently woke him up. He said he was up late working last night, so he took the morning off. He rolled over and went back to sleep. As I went to turn off the remainder of his alarms, I saw a text from my friend on his lock screen that said, I'm assuming since there hasn't been an angry pregnant lady on my doorstep, you haven't told her about us yet. That line is insane. An angry pregnant woman on my doorstep. What the fuck? Time froze in that moment. I took his phone and walked away and just read their conversations. For 4 months, this man has been fucking my best friend. 4 months, these people have been lying to my face. And I know what you're going to say. You should have seen the warning signs. But I've been clutching this phone in my hand for 2 hours and nothing. He has been so loving and attentive to me, but he always has been, so kind and gentle. There's been no late night woke nights except for once in a blue moon, and there's been no lingering touches between them or even glances. They act as they have since the day I first introduced them. How sick is it that she calls him her brother, but she screws him? I know so many people get a moment of clarity in situations like this, but I have none. Aside from being sad about my dad, I haven't changed. I'm still a loving wife and mother. I still doted on him and my children. I talked to him about how he is doing and how his day is going every freaking day. I haven't allowed the ground to swallow me whole. I know what I have to do now, but I just don't want to. I'm about to lose my family and my support system in one blow. I'll confront him tomorrow. Today I just need this last 24 hours of peace. As for her, I won't give her the satisfaction of a response. I don't care why she did it, and it's done. I was always a friend who cleaned up her messes. After today, I will cut her out of my life like she never mattered at all. This has to be the hardest storm I'll ever weather, but damn it, I know I'll sail through it. If not for me, for my children. Dude.
Damn.
The guilt did not make them want to change any behavior, if they had any guilt.
Oh my gosh. Suyash, what are you thinking, dude?
I'm thinking at this point, do they even have guilt?
Yeah, I know. I wonder how you because it's I mean you understand somebody maybe getting a stranger and falling out of love, but he was doing all the actions of a loving husband, and then with the best friend.
What is going on in their brains at that point, right? It's insane. There's actually a few updates to the story as well, so they're pretty interesting. A small update about everything going on since my kids are now in bed for the night. I spent the morning gathering everything I could and making a checklist. I sat in my office for the better part of the morning, telling my husband that I was preparing things for my dad. Not a total lie, I did have to get him sorted out with hospice today. My boss would be happy to have me back, however my lawyer said to pump the brakes on that idea for the time being. However, my old boss did tell me that whenever I'm ready, the door is open and to just give her a call. My husband does not have access to my inheritance from my father nor from my mother. My lawyer insured me in that. I didn't mention her in the post, but my mother-in-law is an absolute angel. I love and adore her so much, and she's always been a shoulder to lean on. After my husband had gone to work for the afternoon, I asked my now ex-best friend's mom and my mother-in-law to meet me at my dad's house. My kids were outside playing with my now ex-best friend's older brother. I handed them the screenshots, saving them from the unsavory pictures and sex tape, though I did tell them it existed. To say they were furious is an understatement, and they are on my side completely. Angie, my now ex-best friend's mom, is ready to cut contact with her daughter completely. She kept repeating how sorry she was. We hugged and cried together. My mother-in-law told me she couldn't believe she raised a spineless, terrible human. That no matter what happens, I will always have her, and as far as she's concerned, she doesn't have a son, only a daughter. After an in-person meeting with my lawyer, we went over finances, logistics, and everything you could think of. She now has all the proof, and she's out for blood. With this post now on TikTok, I don't want him to find out by an app because one look at the story and he'd know it's about him. With permission from my lawyer, my ex-best friend and her mom and dad, and my STP. Wait, I'm blanking on that one. Ex-best friend, mom, dad.
Soon to be ex.
Soon to be ex, thank you. And his parents will be having a get-together tomorrow. By the time they're sitting down and showing them everything that I know, my dad, my kids, and my ex-best friend's brother, he's coming to help me juggle the kids and my dad. Being big and pregnant doesn't help with mobility. We'll all be at my dad's cabin a few hours away enjoying time and space. I know a lot of people were hoping for me to get revenge or do psychological warfare, but honestly, after my kids went to bed, I took a shower and just broke. I don't have the strength or energy to dish out anything. I just want out. Pretending like everything was okay today was too exhausting, and I just don't want to do it. Once you find out tomorrow, I'll update with the aftermath, as I'm sure it will be huge. As for now, thank you all so much for your kindness, warmth, and support. Truly, your words have helped giving me the strength to keep my head above water. I appreciate every single last one of you for everything. Man.
And there's another.
And there's another one as well.
where the ex-best friend's brother confessed to her that he always had a crush on her.
Oh, that was a crazy twist. Yeah. So it looks like just pieced together. Okay, so okay, I'll read these as well. Okay, hey guys, been trying to post an update for the last 20 minutes, but it keeps on saying something went wrong. I'm trying to get an update out ASAP, but this app is kind of frustrating me. Let me scroll down further. Let's see. I emailed everything to myself in an old mail I haven't used since high school and don't keep saved in my apps. That way, if he goes through my phone, he doesn't find it. I'm not a very good liar or good at keeping a poker face, but since he woke up, I've just been using the excuse that I'm upset about my dad and just need space. He bought it. I called around for a couple of lawyers and found one before he woke up, so I've been emailing them back and forth for the last hour. And
I know the gist of it. He went home and destroyed the home because apparently his parents and then the best friend.
Did she put it like in a big post or is it just like small post?
I think she put it in another post. If you click on her name,
and find it. Okay.
The other, yeah.
Okay, I'll go and pull up because it was pretty.
They basically had an intervention, and then he went home and destroyed the house. Here we go. And then he tried to bang down the father's door.
That was insane. That part. So basically, guys,
you cheated, dude. You cheated.
It's crazy. So they have like they do a big meeting with everyone with the lawyer, and they kind of explain everything to them. And so yeah. Tyler's dad was irate. So the husband's dad was irate. He looked like he was holding back on throttling him. Tyler went straight home because we have a Ring doorbell camera, and then he tears the house up, starts throwing it everywhere, and then he goes to the dad's house and starts banging on the door with a baseball bat. Tyler took a baseball bat to my dad's door, trying and failing to break it down. My dad's neighbor called the cops on him, and he was arrested. His parents refused to bail him out. Which is going to go great in a divorce case. That's just going to be great. She went to the therapist. That went good. She's going to tell her kids eventually. Yeah, they've all started messaging her. She said between the ex-best friend and her ex-husband, they have about 200 missed calls. Her ex-boyfriend... says here, her ex-boyfriend... blew up my phone demanding to fix the situation. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Begging and pleading me to forgive him. And then going on to even saying he was fucking other people as well, not just the best friend. So, yeah. I can't believe that story. That poor woman.
A lot of people thought it was fake. At first, I thought it was fake too because it was so well written.
Really well written. It's true. And like I was like shocked. Like how was she able to have that frame of mind to like contact the lawyer?
Yeah.
Right? Like, dude, how could she like just like she's like calling the lawyer or packing things up, making plans, and like getting out of there? I was like, damn, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that.
But then, in fairness, I was like, I'd probably write like that as well. I don't know that I'd have the composure, but if I were to write, I'd write like that.
What do you think, Val? Do you think it's real or not real?
The person is too invested to write post after post, answer, unless they're really alone and just this is their, I don't know,
guilty
outlet.
secret pleasure or something like that.
Yeah, because to invest so much time in like writing, like,
just sharing
really
these
long
details
posts,
and everything. Yeah.
And the person's also answering people in the comments.
Right.
Like, but then I'm like, you have a lot of time on your hands. What about your kids?
That's true. That's true as well. For this kind of stuff.
One thing
Are we not going to debunk this?
What's that, Vig?
One thing that stuck out to me is the fact that she put it on TikTok. Like your husband cheats on you and you make a TikTok about it. That's just
Did she put it on TikTok or did other people comment on it? Like do a post about it on TikTok?
Oh, that's possible.
I think it was on the original post.
Like what we're doing right now.
Well, yeah, but like Vic, she means did someone else take the story and like repost it?
Oh.
Or did she do it herself? I don't think she specified, right?
Yeah, she didn't specify.
Right.
Have you guys seen the wild TikTok screenshots on Twitter? This page is fucking insane. Down here in the comments, very useful for people to fake things like this than to release a book and earn millions. Sad if that is true. Yeah, could be the case. Could be the case.
Like the lady who killed her husband.
That was, and then wrote the children's story about getting over grief. Oh, man.
But that was real. Somebody died.
When my cousin kept doing Fortnite dances at my house, and my uncle looked at him and said, "Okay, calm down, fruitcake." My cousin cried so hard he threw up.
Okay, bro.
Dude, I don't know if these most of these got to be fake, but there are some. I've never seen a single Star Wars movie, and I plan on keeping it that way, simply because the reaction I get when telling someone I've never seen them is far more enjoyable than any movie I've ever seen.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right?
Not gonna lie, episode 8, 9, and 10 were like horrible.
I've never watched the Star Wars movies.
Were there that many?
Yeah, I've never watched the Star Wars movies. What?
He was right. No, I've only seen clips. I've only seen clips of them. I've never actually sat down and like, watched one all the way through. But I know they're massively culturally relevant.
Yeah.
I let social media influence me too much. Last year I cheated on my ex because I thought he was a bum because he wasn't funding me to have a luxury lifestyle like I see others have on TikTok. The whole time he was saving money to adopt his nephews. I want him back now, but he hates me.
This can't be true. This can't be real.
Dude.
He's a red flag.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
When I was fresh out the psych ward. Yeah, whatever.
In 8th grade, I was really bored in my Spanish class, so I raised my hand and said, "Oh my gosh."
Me gusta comer caca.
Oh, man. I wish I could find
Feet Finder.
now there's one I was looking for specifically, but I think it was like a long time ago. I want to find. All of these are insane though. Not even gonna read all that one. What the fuck?
Hey, yo.
Okay. Okay. Anyway.
Are some of these just like how extreme can we be?
I think I was like definitely Val, no doubt. A lot of these have got to be 100% fake. I don't believe them. They're all wild that someone even thought them up. But some of these have got to be true though. Oh man. Oh my god.
Oh, they made a documentary about it.
Already?
Like, already. They started making it like on Tuesday.
Oh
Like
my
the
gosh.
thing went down on Sunday, and they already started making it on Tuesday. And we found out that they were dead on like Thursday, which is crazy.
Welcome to capitalism, dude. You gotta monetize on every single thing. Oh my! Like, look at this right
this
here.
countdown. Yeah.
We were discussing that yesterday.
Yeah, we were. It's insane, dude. Oh my gosh. When I was 10, a girl at church camp heard a rumor I was gay and woke up to her holding me down by the wrist and yelling Bible verses in my face. I immediately developed a crush on her. Oh man. Okay, following off of that one, do you guys have any strange crush stories where you got a random crush on someone for like a weird reason or no reason at all? Val's like, no way, I'm sitting this one out. Uh-oh, Vig's rubbing his hands. He's got a story. Vig, whatever you say next is gonna show up on the wild TikTok screenshots, but go ahead.
Okay, I have a tendency to like, be drawn towards people I haven't seen yet, which is crazy. Like, the mysterious vibe. I just,
Okay.
like kind of. So basically, I'm saying I probably had a crush on at least 1,000 people by now. For
Okay.
At least 30 seconds or
Yeah.
more.
Sure. Playboy,
No,
like I
it's
said
okay.
at the beginning of the stream. I literally prefaced this. What's the craziest one though, Vig? What happened?
I still have a crush on Henry Cavill. I don't know if that counts.
Who doesn't?
I mean, don't we all? Yeah,
I was
exactly.
Witcher, hello.
Is he like your ultimate guy crush or just like one of them?
Oh, sorry. Are you talking to Val?
No, to you, Vig. Like,
Oh, okay. So what was that?
is he like your biggest man crush or just one of them?
Oh no, he's my biggest man
Biggest
crush.
one,
No,
okay.
no doubt about it.
Oh, plus
Henry,
one.
Henry Cavill. There he is.
One.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, he plays games. He makes his own PC. How can you not like him?
Oh, he does?
He does.
Have you not seen him? Seen the clips of him geeking about Warhammer and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, you're right. He does. have
He,
clips
he
like
was
that.
he. There's a clip that's of him of Comic Con, I think, where he says he almost missed the Superman casting auditions because he was playing World of Warcraft or something.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow.
True gamer.
True gamer. You can't get away from it. It's life. I don't think I've watched any movies with him in it. Do you prefer the white hair or the brown hair? That's an honest question. I mean, like, legit. Like, I find white hair like super attractive. I think it's really hot.
But bro, the Witcher casting for Henry Cavill was one of the best ever.
He fits the role. I don't even know anything about it, but like, I just by looking, I could be like, that fits. Like, that looks right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know much about The Witcher, the origins, but I mean, I do feel like it's a better character for him than like Superman.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Damn, smoking hot.
Morgan Freeman, hell yeah.
Yeah, bro, come on. You already know.
Uh-huh.
That's for Sumaya right there.
Oh man, Morgan Freeman, you mean? Yeah. I don't know. I wonder. I wonder.
You know which one I meant.
I've actually thought about doing like dyeing my hair gray. I wouldn't do it because it would fade too quickly, so it wouldn't be worth it to pay
You
for the
would
bleach
wear
and
it.
everything. But
Lasts for like 2 weeks, I guess.
Right?
Then you turn on.
exactly, So I wouldn't do it because of that, but like I definitely would love the look of it though. It would be cool.
Just try it out with like a wig. Like,
There we go.
Find a wig. And
That's a good idea.
do it for a day and for special occasions.
What crazy color would you choose, Val?
I'm always I love reds. I want to do like a
Red.
different spectrum on the red.
We talking like firehouse red or what?
No, not like firehouse red, like crimson red.
Crimson red. Okay.
I mean, why get a wig, Ben? Just fuck around and find out. Do it.
Yeah, like any of those. I mean, not the natural looking stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, because fuck redheads, right, Val? It's like, yeah, not the natural one. I want like the fake one.
I want like the fake looking.
Yeah, you want it to look fake. Know? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Red's like it. Okay, I feel like, just in my personal opinion, I feel like red hair, if it's on the right person, looks phenomenal. Otherwise, it's like, no, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's got to be on the right person. If it's on the wrong person, it's kind of like, oh no, don't do that. Like, you should change your hair color. I don't know. For some reason, it just doesn't look right on some people. But
I think it's also you have to pick the right version. It's like women, for example, women with red lipstick.
Okay.
There is the right red lipstick for each individual, and there's going to be different tones of blue and different tones of orange. So I think that's the same thing that happens with the hair color. You have to pick the right red for you.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. That is a good point. I have worn black lipstick before.
Ugh, I can't.
Can't?
I look like death.
That's the point, Val. That's the point.
Don't look like a goth girl.
No, but some people can pull it off. I feel like the black lipstick on my skin tone just doesn't do anything.
Guys with lipstick. Is that a? What do you guys think? Yay or nay? These are bad examples. I feel like.
they look like shit. No matter that.
Most of those don't look very good, in my opinion. Cause it can look good, but it's got to be done correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like these ones aren't pulling off very well. I like when Mani Moi does it. Mani Moi's makeup is always good.
Yeah. A lot of metal bands do it.
That's true. A lot of metal bands as well. I always like Mani's looks that he does. I do like them a lot.
I love how you called him Manny Moi, and it's like I thought like that was literally the last name, and then I was like, oh, makeup artist.
I don't know. I don't know that much about Manny. I just know about them because I've seen them around and everything. But yeah, full name is Manny Gutierrez. 1991. Yeah, Manny Moi, makeup artist, YouTuber, entrepreneur, beauty blogger.
Yeah, but I literally thought Moi was
Moi's last name. Who knows? He might like at some point maybe he will legally change his name. You don't know. Like Miley changing her name. That'd be an iconic last name though. It really would be. Yeah. By the way, Reverse Prodigy, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh, what's up, man? Thanks for inviting me, by the way.
Of course, dude. We're just talking about boys with makeup, so.
Yeah.
Great time to jump in.
Yeah, really interesting for sure. Yeah.
Does anyone here find James Charles attractive?
10-year-old boys. I'm sorry, is that too off limits? I don't know.
Oh my gosh. James has been in so many controversies. It's wild that he still maintains his popularity and everything. Not that I have like an opinion on one way or the other, but it is interesting that like other people do get in controversies and like they're gone, but somehow James always seems to come back after his.
He has done plenty of comebacks for sure, bro.
Right? It's kind of wild. I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe because he's younger. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. There's like a lot of explanations for that, but let's not get into it, to be honest.
What do you know? What do you know?
And I don't want to spill the sauce right now.
But you have the sauce.
We love sauce.
We like sauce. Yeah, I mean, like, make it saucy. Jump in. Is it about
It was like
is it about like money or?
definitely money, man. Like he has all the connections and
Mhm.
with the high reporting agencies and shit. So it's pretty much controlled by how much you can fund them and how good of a PR team you have. And James Charles definitely has a good PR team with them. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I do tend to agree because I think at some point, if you're valuable enough, companies are going to do anything to make sure you stay alive. Alive as in terms of like popularity, because they want you to keep making money for them. There is the issue, of course, though, like if the fans will accept you back or not, which can be a big barrier.
Dude, I think that's something debatable because
Okay,
these companies are so well trained and so well
I get that.
knowledge about the fact how to make you like the person back.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's insane, dude, because I mean, yeah, R. Kelly did a lot of bad things. And I'm quoting this just to give you an example, right?
Val, your
But
face. That was like,
yeah, well, please, right. So,
we know
but
the whole
there's
story.
like,
Don't worry. Yeah.
there's still like a few people who would listen to I Believe I Could Fly and like really like get into the whole thing.
But
Me
like
personally,
none of us would, of course. I mean, like none of us. We never. I personally, I never listened to Ignition, the remix. I don't listen to that song. You know.
then,
I'm sorry. I don't. Okay, to be clear, I don't listen to the original. There's a remix on SoundCloud by some electronic music artist, and so R. Kelly does not get any money from that. It's a remix. It's done by some independent music producer. The remix is incredible. But fuck R. Kelly. Just to be clear.
oh, yeah, true.
Well, I mean, it's like, are you putting money back into his pockets? It's different from like
Yeah.
you listen to the song when it comes on the radio, like
Thing is, he's definitely making money though, like because he has a
Yeah.
catalog of music, right? And he owns that, so
Mhm.
he's definitely making some money.
He's still
By the
making
way,
money
is it
one way or
okay-
another. Yeah.
Is it okay if I smoke on the stream, or that's something you guys don't do?
Go ahead. All good, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you know him, but we have one guy who always chills and smokes on the stream. Makes it more interesting, more fun. Apocalypse, the legend. This kind of goes back as well, though, to the thing we talked about before, Val, about being ethical, right? How to be ethical. What are ethics? What's okay? What's not okay? There was lately. Who was it? What's his name? Timbaland, the producer Timbaland. He's been.
Does he have controversy now too?
Well, indirectly, because he's come up with like two situations that like didn't sit right with people. And to be fair, like Timbaland's like not even like relevant anymore at this point in time. Like he definitely used to be, but not anymore. So the first one that pissed people off was that he jumped on Instagram stories and like had this big thing about how he wished he could have worked with Notorious B.I.G. before he passed away. He really wished he could have. And then he was like, "Guys, I have a genius idea. I know how I'm gonna do it. I know how I can make this happen." And then like he drops this track where he used an AI version of Biggie to make a song with him. And so everyone was like kind of pissed off because they were like, okay, you're just like rich and you have access to the stuff and you're justifying it and you're making new Biggie music that's like not, co-signed by Biggie or his estate or anything. The other thing was that he did an interview with that dude from ESPN. Forgot his name. Yeah, he did an interview with. Well, it's the guy that used to do it with fuck, now I'm forgetting both of their names. Oh, they were the two guys. There's the white guy and the black guy, and they always like the famous talk show where they go back and forth with each other. And I cannot remember what their names are. Forgot both of them. But he did an interview, and in the interview, he was basically like really highly praising R. Kelly's musical abilities. And kind of downplaying his crimes, and just in light of like he was like, no, he's like saying he's like the R&B legend or the GOAT, and you have to like respect that and everything. Mm-hmm. And just like the way he was doubling down on it was like really uncomfortable because it just kind of felt like he was overlooking his crimes and just like praising everything else. Which I mean, like if you like his music, like I understand that, but like, why do you need to go on public television and like downplay everything else and keep boosting everything else? Like, whoa, dude, not the time. Like, know the place, you know?
Well, I mean, it's like I feel like it's safer to say like I like his music, but I don't condone.
Yeah, just exactly, Val. To be honest, like I'm really lenient on this kind of stuff. Like to be honest, like I'm not really strict on that kind of thing. There are artists I listen to that have done bad things or like are criminals. I enjoy their music. I don't know if it's ethical. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I do listen to their music. But I don't go around saying like, yo, you should listen to this artist. Like they're so good. It's just that I enjoy it. I listen to it in my own time. I don't know if it's right or wrong. It's out there. It's on the internet. It's accessible. I do listen to it, but I don't go around promoting it. I don't go around being like, yo, you got to listen to this artist, because obviously it can be, you know, triggering for some people to see artists that maybe hurt them or stand for something they don't agree with. So
That's the thing with separating art from the artist, right?
yeah.
Because people have like amazing shit, like truly one of the best thing I've ever listened to, like Omnipony. He has
Oh my gosh, Big! How did you know who I was talking about? How did you know who I was talking about? Fuck. That's exactly who I was thinking of in my mind just now. And I wasn't gonna say their name, but I was like, their music is insanely good. Insanely good music, dude. That's why even in DMs I told you the other day, I sent you that song. I was like, why are the pony artists like so good? I was thinking of that artist and then the other one I sent you. And oh, dude, man.
Yeah, well, you know what happened with him.
I do a little bit. After the fact, I
what
found
happened?
So to be clear, real quick, like I didn't know anything about Omnipony. I just like heard their music, and then later on I was like digging for more music. I found their YouTube, and they had explained like what had happened. I don't know the full details, Val, but basically I think he was like sexting with underage kids or something like that, and there might have been some grooming as well. I don't know the full extent. To be fair, though, I guess that he claimed that he had gone to rehab and therapy after the situation had blown up, and he apologized to everyone. He did make a statement about like he was taking actions like to do better. And as far as I know, they have not put out any music since then as well. So just to keep it fair, like, yes, I think he did confirm to do the stuff. On the other hand, he did claim to seek help and rehabilitation. So I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not real. But yeah.
Do you mind me saying something? I feel like...
Jump in.
How the fuck do people say that, yeah, I like kids and I should go to the rehab? Like, bro, you're just sick out of your mind. Like, how the fuck do you like kids? You know, I don't think it's excusable. Like, the whole shit about being like, you know, I don't know exactly the word, but they say that it's like minor attracted something. Like, I don't think that's a fucking gender or some shit. I don't even know, dude. Like, why the fuck do you gotta like normalize that shit? Like that should be punishable like as soon as that happens. Don't you think so?
Yep.
I think we have to be careful like how we're phrasing it and like what we're talking about specifically. As far as normalizing it or legalizing it, obviously I don't think anyone's in favor of that. In terms of why it happens, I think we don't have enough information on why it happens, and I'd like to be hopeful that there's ways to treat it. Because this is theoretically speaking, I don't know if it's true, if it's factual or not. I feel like it could be possible due to childhood trauma that maybe you haven't developed in certain ways, and so you're acting or having emotions in certain ways. I don't know. Like, I don't have like the science on that, but I have a feeling that if you do have some sort of childhood trauma from your past, or even maybe some kind of extreme mental condition, like maybe it could manifest in that way. And again, not saying that you should act on that, not saying that's justifiable, obviously, but if that's true, if it is because of childhood trauma or some kind of past experience, then in that case, if it's true, then you should be able to fix it by going to rehab or going to therapy and kind of working on that kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately,
but don't you think that I'm sorry, please go ahead.
I want to hear both. Val, go ahead, and then we'll hear.
Yeah.
No, I was just bouncing off of what you were saying. Unfortunately, because of the rightful taboo and disgust of these actions.
Yes.
There has not been allowed to be any studying of individuals who are wanting to not.
Yeah,
and we're talking about like the really bad ones, because then there's these gray zones of like they're speaking to minors, but are they speaking to 16-year-olds? Or are they speaking to
10, 11,
like,
12,
you know,
yeah, I see.
I mean, it depending on what culture and society, those things get really...
Sure, it can get more complicated.
And it's wrong.
Right? Yeah. No, obviously, I mean, anything sexual would be completely wrong. Yeah, no doubt about it. But go ahead, jump in, Prodigy.
So I was thinking like the only time you identify these kind of individuals is when they act out on the on the things they want to do, right? Either they text or they do something, and then you identify these individuals. So how do you think we can treat them when they have already acted out on it? Like it's already a crime in a way. So how do you identify these individuals? Because they are not the ones who are going to like come up and be like, oh, this is a problem with me, and I identify it. Because the thing is that when it comes to urges, right? I feel like these kind of urges, I don't want to like generalize or like, categorize this whole thing. It's usually with all these degenerate men who are like, yeah, that's a really generalized point of view, but like there are a lot of degenerate men and even women who like engage in such activities. So I feel like, they would never come up and address their problems. And I feel like this, if it's connected to mental health, I feel like the propagation of the message that mental health is something that people should be more aware of and more, is really important, because then I feel like we can normalize it, like not normalize it, but still at least people can come forward and look for treatments.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
it's
think the word is like
so much of a stigma.
destigmatize, right? I think there's so much of a
Exactly.
stigma around it. It's
Exactly.
hard for people to open up or
Yeah.
talk about it, because it's like the minute you say that, it's like, okay, I'm not your friend. I don't associate with you. Hey, everybody, blah, 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 is this or that. And the name calling and the piling
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
That's pretty.
I can't imagine it would be easy for someone to come out and be like, "Oh, guys, well, I may or may not be attracted to children. I need help." It's, it doesn't sound like the easiest thing to do. Even if you like try to destigmatize it,
Yeah.
it's still gonna sound like you're a fucking pervert or something's terribly wrong with you, and people would naturally not want to associate with you because you're not. I don't know if it's evolutional because. Or if it's a societal, but liking kids is not right as an adult. A person liking kids is not right. So if you say I have tendencies to be into kids, so I don't think we can remove a stigma around it.
Well, I mean, the question is also like, I think maybe there's probably different reasons and different urges, because we do know that for some people it's about power
Yes.
and control. We do know, like in religious sects and things like that, that have come under a lot of discussion in this country, in the U.S. lately. There's a power and control aspect. So,
Right.
and then obviously a certain sexual urge gets fulfilled as well. So that's the problem. I guess I think that's the larger problem, is like we don't really have a true understanding of the roots and origins for the different manifestations of this. And the only reason years ago I read an article about psychiatrists in Germany who were trying to study this, and they did have individuals who had not yet committed offenses,
Sure.
but they knew they had these urges.
Yeah.
And these psychiatrists are saying they have a hard time, and like we've touched upon, people coming forward and being willing to be studied because of the stigma and the taboo and the horrible. The horrible. It's just horrible. But because they don't have the resources to study these things, and nobody else in other countries is willing to, we don't even have a clue if there's even a way to fix it, because it could be a chemical imbalance for some people, because I think like so many things, it's not one size fits all.
Yeah, it seems doubtful to be sure. I'm sure it's like with most things, though, it's usually a spectrum of like, how extreme something manifests and how it is. And the sad thing as well, Val, about that is like how fucking common it is, right? It's like this stuff, like child sex abuse is happening like on a massive scale. So it's like there's an issue here. We need to know more information about this. Obviously, we have to stop it and take legal action and stuff like that, but then we also kind of like need to get to the root of it. Like, why does it happen and why is it happening?
Like, can we prevent it?
Can we prevent it?
Certain people from committing
Yeah.
those crimes?
Yeah, exactly. because like the rate it's happening is like unfucking acceptable. Yeah, way too prevalent and everything. There was an interesting story from Japan. I'm sure some of you guys probably saw it floating around because the age of consent in Japan was like 13 years old for like a long time.
Oh yeah.
They just recently updated it to be 16 years old now. That was
Well,
an
see,
interesting
that's
move.
the other thing, right? If you have societies that are running around saying, I mean, we have states here in the United States where it's like, yeah, you can marry off your daughter at 13 if you, as the parent, are okay with it. Like, okay.
I just saw 12. I just saw 12 somewhere.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yo.
So they listed the countries down here. I just want to see a straight up
I
list on
think
all
in
this one.
some of the African countries and Pakistan and a few more countries, the age of consent doesn't really exist as long as both of the parties are willing. They just marry
So
off.
here we go, right over here. Age of consent around the world, and I can't change the ranking, so it's just going to be different. But yeah, 14, 16, 16, 12 in Angola.
Look at the first one though.
First one must be married. It's in Afghanistan. What does that mean? How old can you when you get married? 21 in Bahrain. Interesting. Let's see what else. 13 in Burkina Faso. 13 in Comoros. It said 11 was the youngest one, so I'm looking for which one has it as 11.
Another must be married.
13, yeah, a bunch of must be married here. Iran, Kuwait, Libya. That's not surprising for those countries, considering like the religious views and everything on it. 11 in Nigeria.
There's 11.
11 in Nigeria. That's what it is. I don't know if this is ironic or this is like makes sense. Nigeria, as far as I know, is also the country with the highest birth rate as well. So take what you will from that. I'll double check to make sure. I just studied this in class like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's why I know, because we were talking about the low birth rate in Korea, and yeah, this was on the list. So
Wow.
I'm gonna pull it up just to make sure I'm not incorrect. Here we go. Yep, number 1. Highest birth rate per 1,000 people. I wonder if I can find... yeah, it's number 1. It is. It's number 1 right here. I think the number is like, 6 babies per... Yeah, here we go, right here. 6.89. So it's like almost 7 children for every woman in Nigeria. Yep. What's the age of consent in India, guys?
18?
18, I think.
Yeah, it was 18 the last I checked.
Why were you checking it, Vig? Anyway.
Just for you.
What?
Just for you. Just to see if yeah.
It's okay, dude. I'm from Japan, so, 16 is... we're good.
But I have to check it because there were some new laws regarding marriage because like the marriage age used to be 18 for girls. Now they increased it to 21.
Really?
So, yeah.
Is that like for protection purposes? Or like what's the reason for that?
I'm not sure. I think the last time they passed such a law, it was back in like 50, 60 years ago. So it was probably outdated. So they had to update, I suppose.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I guess is what I'm curious about.
I think it's a good thing because I've seen 18-year-olds around me, right? As growing up as 18-year-old, I've seen other people around me, and I wouldn't recommend them to marry, honestly. So I think it's probably a good thing. The reverse is in Germany right now. So what's up with Germany? What's the age there?
I can tell you this really weird story, right? So, yeah, this will sound creepy as fuck. I was talking to this one chick I matched on. That sounds so weird. I was talking to this one girl I matched with on a dating app, and we planned on a date, right? We moved over to Insta, and she's like, I need to tell you something. I said, what? And she's like, I'm not 19, I'm actually 16. And I didn't know that at the point that 16 is the age of consent. But fuck it, dude. I'm not attracted to 16-year-olds for sure. So I'm like, nah, it's no deal. And then she's like, nah, my ex-boyfriend was 25. We were in a relationship for 2 years. That's when she was 14. So that was pretty fucked up. Yeah, big cultural shock for sure. So yeah, Germany is pretty like sex positive in every way. Like it's like really open about shit. So I feel like
Yes, they are.
yeah, the pools are like the most fun to visit on Sundays for me for sure. So
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
the
According to
swimming
you.
pools. Oh yeah, dude, the swimming pools are the best thing to happen in Berlin. Trust me, best fucking thing to happen in Berlin. But yeah, those and the saunas, dude. That's like chef's kiss for sure.
Wait, I blanked out for a minute. Swimming pools where?
In Berlin,
In Berlin, okay.
try and search it up. Actually, I think you can find some articles.
I'm nervous. Like, what am I going to see right now?
You might get copyright striked. You might get banned.
And so I'm just like, oh, how do we go from age of consent to swimming pools? I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, like
Yeah,
one of these
that's
indoor.
because-
Okay, got it.
No, it's basically that. I don't even want to say it, to be honest. I hope you find an article about it.
It's like what, public bathing or something?
Yeah, like you can.
Okay.
You don't gotta wear shit, and
Okay.
women are pretty motivated towards that.
Germans
Germans
are
have,
fine
like, the
with
nude
toplessness.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
Yep.
you know, as the great poet Kanye West said, I love your titties because that prove I can focus on two things at once.
Oh
Shit.
my god. I hope you have
I've been
that.
looking at.
Is that like
a few of them.
is that like tattooed on your chest or something, bro?
Dude, you don't even know, man. Like, you don't even know that.
I want to know. You want to go shirtless real quick? Wait, you're 18,
Yeah.
right? Okay, just want to make sure.
No, man. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, you're straight up a sex offender at this point. I'm 14, bro.
Fuck! Well, not in Japan, I
Yeah.
think so. Maybe that can be my criminal defense. I've heard about the nude beaches before. I know that like Conan O'Brien went there.
Bro,
Yeah.
these things are so fucked up because I was trying to like move into this other property, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was talking to the owner and I was like, dude, I need to like move in, my contract's ending.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, here's the thing, the rent's low, everything's good, but you got to stay new in the house. And yeah, like they have like the whole nudist culture and shit.
Okay.
Where like you don't gotta wear shit. Dude, it's creepy as fuck because that's a fucking 50-year-old guy.
This was in Germany?
Yeah, Berlin.
But like in a shared apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
So it was a shared apartment and you had to be nude. Everyone had to be nude. Is that the rule?
Exactly.
Okay. Was there
This is a nudist colony. You
Yeah, it's
need
like
to be
it's
nude.
basically like a nudist colony. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Why did you go there in the first place? It was like the rent was okay or
I don't know, bro. Like sometimes my imagination takes me to places. Just like let's not.
what does
talk
that
about
mean? Take it out
I
of.
don't know, man.
Okay, I'm about to take that so out of context. I'm gonna like cut up the live stream to have a clip. And sometimes my mind. What's the age of consent? Sometimes my mind takes me places.
Yo.
Boom.
Olives, bro. What the fuck?
When the intrusive thoughts win. Oh my gosh.
Man,
So did you stay there or did you not stay there?
I didn't stay there, man. For sure.
Why'd you say for sure at the end? That sounds really sus. It's like I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
that's
Pretty sus, bro.
Sure.
I want you guys to think. You know, I want you guys to like reconsider.
I don't-
Did he stay?
Dude, I don't care. Like, I mean, like, if someone's comfortable with their body, like, good for them. Like, I don't mind. I don't know that would I do it? I don't have a problem with it. I don't think I would do it, but I don't have a problem with it. It's not like I feel like it's
No.
like good or bad.
Here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
If there was like this really hot bombshell, you know, European chick, I'd be down, bro. Trust me, I'd be down.
Oh,
I'm super
what
comfortable with
the
my fucking-
fuck? That's your rationalization, bro. I'm trying to like
I
save
don't
you
give
out
a fuck.
here.
I don't give a fuck. That's me. I accept that shit. Anyway,
Okay, the
Right,
weed is talking loud and clear now.
bro, hear me out.
Homie's
It
loosened
was
up.
a fuck, nah.
I don't know if I want to, but go ahead.
It was a
I'll
fucking
let you cook.
53-year-old,
Mhm.
53-year-old like German motherfucker who was like,
Mhm.
talking in heavy German accent and shit, and he's like, "Yeah, you'll have to be nude." I'm like, "Fuck you, bro! I'm out of here, man! Like, shut the fuck up!" Bro, I'm engaging in that shit. If it was some like girl, I would be like, "I'm all game," you know. That's how life be sometimes, bro.
Okay, at least you're honest, but like, oh my gosh. Okay, there's just like my problem with that is like being nude and being attracted to someone like does not have to be in the same sentence. Like,
I know. I'm trying to like make some humor out of her, bro. Like,
all right,
damn,
fair enough.
damn, man.
Paul, how you doing, dude?
Hello. Can you hear me, first
Yep,
of all?
you're good, dude. But please,
All right, I
Paul.
just installed Zoom.
Okay, jump in like on like living in a nudist colony. Are you okay with that? Are you not okay with that? Have you gone to nude beaches before?
No, I have not.
Poor Paul. Like he jumps in the first thing, like, have you got to a nude beach? And he's like, oh fuck.
But I heard swimming pool in Berlin. I might be there in 2 weeks. So
Hey,
That's dope, man. Fucking.
let us know what it's like, Paul. Go there and like try it out and come back with a review. 5 out of 5 would do it again.
Bro's life's gonna get changed, man. Like,
to be honest, I don't think I'm going to
different
the swimming
levels,
pool.
not gonna lie.
Not going to the swimming pool. I mean, public swimming pools are kind of gross in my opinion because of all the people and stuff in there. Like, I don't know, it kind of gives me the ick.
look, if
Yeah,
you
people are
send me to
gross.
a public swimming pool, I'm gonna be there for sure.
Ah, we found him. We found him. We found him. 4K. We found him. Have you done it before, Vig? Answer truthfully.
I'm not answering that.
That's already an answer. Thank you very much.
Oh, that reminds me of a really random ass story, by the way. So I was in like the 3rd grade, right?
Buckle up.
And there was this one
He's
kid,
cooking.
right? He had the habit of shitting, like literally shitting in his pants for no reason at all, right? So like, we had like some kind of presentation and shit, and we were just like standing in a queue. This motherfucker was like in front of me, right? And he turned around, looked me in the eyes. I was like, "Man, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro, it's all good." Yeah, it's all good, man. That motherfucker looked me in the eyes and he shit his pants, bro. That shit changed my life, not gonna lie. That shit changed my life. Like, I was a changed
How old
man.
was he?
3rd grade. So it's like what? 8,
Yeah.
10 years old? 11,
Yeah,
12?
some shit like that. But like the thing is, that motherfucker continued to shit his pants until he was in the 6th grade, man. That's an achievement, not gonna lie. The school knew him for that. Like the school literally had like spare pants for him in the inventory, just for him.
No way.
I was like, that's an achievement, bro. Like no one gets that.
Some
shit.
dedication.
Did he have
That's some
sphincter
defecation.
problems?
Defecation is what it is.
Nah, that's for the rest of the classroom.
Dedication to
He
the
had a-
defecation. Got a reputation.
Loose muscles.
Yeah, could he
I don't
control
know
it, dude, or could he
who's
not
the
control it? That's my question.
Bro, he looked me in the eyes. He looked constipated as fuck, and he goes, yeah, bro, what's up?" I'm like, man, and then he killed himself, man. That was.
Okay,
I feel like he can control that shit. Not gonna lie, that was intentional.
right?
On
Like,
the other
like,
side, it does sound kind of good. Like, if you need to, just do it.
and he just did it. When you gotta
Bro,
go, you
that
gotta
shit-
go.
Bro, that gave me so many intimacy issues, bro. You gotta know, man. Like,
Oh
I
man.
couldn't look people in the eyes for so long. That shit changed my life, man. Husband, peace, man. Oh damn.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I gotta read you guys a story. Okay. Oh man, we're in a strange rabbit hole now. Okay. Am I the asshole for attending? Yeah, not attending my sister's wedding since my husband's not invited. Let me start by saying I do understand my husband's behavior is inappropriate, but like all of us, he's not perfect, and I took vows to stand by him and to accept him as a whole person, including his flaws. Not a good way to start a story, by the way. Overall, he's a good husband, and I love him despite this one issue. So my husband has a kink for urinating himself in public. I think it's the humiliation aspect that gets him off. So sometimes, not every time, we get together with my family, he will pee his pants. But overall, it's not really that disruptive. He just stands up and says something like, "Oh no, I've peed myself." Then he goes to the bathroom and changes. I always bring a change of pants and underwear for him in case this happens. When he gets back, we just move on and we don't talk about it. Of course, we don't want people to know my husband's doing this for a kink, so we've told my family he has a medical condition. This big as he's like, okay, I'm good, I can handle this. We don't want people to know my husband's doing this for a kink, so we've told my family he has a medical condition that causes him to not have full control of his bladder. I told him the reason he doesn't wear adult diapers is that he's ashamed of needing diapers at his age, so he's basically in denial that he needs them and refuses to wear them. Well, now my sister's getting married, and she says my husband can't come because she doesn't want him disrupting the wedding by peeing his pants. I told her it was unfair to exclude him over a medical condition he can't help, which is true as far as she knows, but she said it's his own choice to refuse to wear adult diapers, so it is his fault. I told her it's her wedding and she can invite who she wants, but if my husband isn't invited, I'm not coming. He loves my family, and I know it really hurts him to be excluded from the wedding just because of a kink he can't help having. He's been crying and saying he feels disgusting for having this kink, but he can't control himself, and now my family doesn't even want him around. Is that true, by the way, to say you aren't responsible for having a kink? I wonder.
Not that I know of.
I wonder. I know.
See kind of easy solution here already.
I mean, I wonder, like, is it like, are kinks like a biologically embedded thing, or is it just something that you pick up because of experiences? I just like wonder if you can say that, like, I'm not responsible for my kink. I wonder if that's...
Can't you just like wear the diaper for once?
For one time, yeah.
For a wedding, like...
Yeah, right, Paul? I know it would really hurt him if I just left him at home and went to the wedding by myself. He told me it's my choice to go if I want, that he won't be mad, but I know he'd be really sad if I went. I love my sister, my family, but my husband's my life partner, so he's always my number one priority above anyone else, and I believe I should stand by him and support him rather than choosing my family over him. So I told my sister I won't make it to the wedding, and now she's extremely angry with me, saying I'm a bad sister because I won't be there to support her. She's marrying a woman, so she also said it makes me look like I'm homophobic if I don't show up to support their union. I told her I'd love to come if my husband is invited, but she said she can't stand the thought of him disrupting the ceremony or reception by peeing his pants and announcing it. I told her how much it hurts my husband that he's excluded, but she doesn't care. I said fine, but that means I can't come, but she won't let it go and keep starting fights saying I'm a bad sister. I do feel bad that it hurts her that I won't be there. Oh, man.
Like, the pee kink is really bad in Germany. You should know that.
You've heard someone else with this?
Are you speaking from your own personal experience, or do you not feel comfortable answering?
So
on the live stream, suddenly Prodigy's he's like, oh no, I peed myself. I'll be back, everyone. Like, oh no.
Yeah, it was not like that. It was not like that for sure.
Okay,
so let me tell you this, right? So it's like Valentine's Day, right? And I'm like new to the town, so I'm like, whatever. And I go out on a date with this one MILF, right? And she's like, really good, a polished MILF. And I'm like, yeah. We start doing shit, and she's like, are you into pee kinks?
wow.
That's first question?
Nah, like after like some things, you know?
So it broke the
Yeah, like,
ice, but it was still
You
early.
get the mood going, and then you're like, are you into pee kinks? And I'm definitely not, so...
I mean, the thing about that though, Prodigy, is like at least she's like upfront about it. Didn't waste your time too much, you know, because she's like she knows what she's
Don't they
into.
call those golden showers?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But there's a difference between those kinks and
I mean,
private.
there's different kinds of kinks, obviously here.
Yeah, and not a wedding.
Oh
or
no,
a family outing.
for sure, Val. Right here, by the way, this person said, I'm a physician and I have a shocking amount of people with urination or humiliation fetishes come in with the, oops, I crapped my pants. But only in front of the nurses that are the gender that I'm sexually attracted to. It is not difficult in the slightest to deduce, like we can do it in under an hour, and we let them know in no uncertain terms that what they're doing is a fucking crime, and they come back or do it again before they leave, we're calling the cops. Because it's popped in my mind while doing DC paperwork, so if I had to think of it, so do you. Yeah. So, yeah. I just kind of wondered, like, I knew the story, and so I was thinking about that story, Prodigy, and I was, like, kind of wondering, like, I know they're, like, super young, but I wonder if it's also, like, kind of, like, a fetish thing for them at some point. I don't know. Maybe they're too young for that.
That motherfucker was 8, bro. That motherfucker
Yeah.
was 8, bro. Like, that couldn't have been a fetish, but...
Probably not.
That changed my life for sure, man. Not gonna lie.
There was a...
And I was gonna say, it may not be a fetish, but there may be this, like, you get this kick out of seeing people's reaction.
There we go. Could be that.
You know, even at 8, Like maybe some people get off on the disgust of your face, as this is happening, or I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, I was not disgusted. I was actually confused, right?
Is this happening right now?
Yeah, like for the first few minutes, I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Right? Because I was just like standing there still. I was like,
Not again.
like the amount
okay.
of fucking facial expressions I made was definitely considerable, dude. Like,
To be, and like, I do want to be fair, like, here to play like devil's advocate. Like, also, it could just be like his upbringing. Like, maybe his parents just never educated him on like what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that
yeah.
could be a possibility.
His mom was a host, so yeah, I don't blame him, to be honest.
Because I mean, sometimes that can happen for kids who just like don't have very good households and like they just don't know like what's proper, what's not, and how to act. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't look someone in the eye and shit in front of them. Like that's a bit weird, man.
Dude, okay, you know what? Like, actually, now that we're talking about this, I do recall. Okay, yeah, one of my students here in Korea, they told me at their school, public school, they're probably like, what, 13 years old, I think? They said some kid at school took a shit at school, just like pooped in the classroom, straight up. And like,
Respectable.
dude, like, we're talking Seoul. Like, these kids here, like, they're on the rich side of the spectrum. It's about, like, you got a reputation to keep up with, you want to go to good schools and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess this kid took a shit in the classroom, and I was like, in Korea? In Seoul? I was like, damn. Yeah, wild, huh?
Respectable, bro. That's what I would say.
It's pretty insane. Paul, do you have an interesting story about pooping your pants? I was watching your facial expression down there. I was like,
the only thing I ever experienced was walking inside of a classroom with everyone, and then there was a crap on the teacher's desk.
oh,
Someone put it there, but we don't know who.
dude, what the heck, really?
That was kind of the strangest thing I found in the school. Well, one of the stranger things.
Whoa, one other strain. Okay.
Wait, what else?
Yeah, keep it going. You're baiting us right now. Go ahead. By the way, Paul, this is why my live stream titles are always different, because I'll put some random title and then like this happens. We start talking about random shit that I can't even predict. I never would have thought talking about poop in the classroom with my friends. Like I never would have thought this would happen, okay? But here we are.
Oh, no, we also had like burning paper planes. Because normal paper planes weren't cool enough. We light them on fire first and then throw them.
And if the school burns down, that's a bonus. It's like no more school, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, no, it doesn't burn down. It doesn't really happen. And well, sometimes some girl threw a wet tampon, so that's also really nice. Like straight onto the chalkboard. Usually it doesn't stick. Good thing, but
Just like took it out and threw it at the board?
yeah, it happened.
Like a used. We're talking used.
Yeah,
like,
used.
Yeah, I
tampon?
used one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
Val, that's
sometimes
all you can
people
do, Val.
don't
If that
really
happens,
know.
it's like, okay, yeah, you did that just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people sometimes jumped out of the window. That happened as well.
Jumped out of windows?
Yeah. It
What?
was only too high, so
Okay, second floor. Was it like an
Yeah.
actual attempt, or like were they just like clowning around?
no, they were just done with the lessons and didn't want to do it anymore. So
Yeah.
they just
They're just like,
Left.
fuck this.
Jump. Fuck this. I'm
fuck
out.
this, I'm out. And they like open the window and jump out.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like one of my students had a funny story about that. I love sharing this one. She did a PPT about story time, and she told a story where she was at a different academy, and she was in the bathroom stall. But when she went to open the bathroom stall, it was fucked up. She couldn't open it. Like the lock had gotten stuck, so she couldn't leave the stall. She was stuck in the stall. So she did not want to embarrass herself by calling for help. So what she does instead is climbs up on the toilet, and there's a window over the toilet, and she's like, I'm on the second floor. I could probably survive this jump. She climbs up on the toilet, opens the window, and proceeds to fall out of the window because she doesn't want to embarrass herself by calling out for help from the bathroom stall. Now, thank God there was a trash can beneath the window. Otherwise, she would for sure be like dead by now. But she was falling. She hits the trash can and then falls on the concrete of the road. And like, I'm sure that saved her, because if there was no trash can, I'm sure she would have been dead by now. She would have snapped her neck. But you know what? The funny part of the story though is this. Once she falls on the ground, by the way, she mentioned in her head she was thinking, I'm gonna land like Thor on my knee and I'll look like a superhero when I land, which didn't happen. She falls on the ground. First thing in her mind. Did anybody see that? No one? Oh, thank God. First thing she thought about was if someone saw her, because she was gonna be so embarrassed if someone saw her do that. And she was like, no one saw me, so I was okay. It's like, you almost died.
But did she have anything?
I think some scrapes on her. She got some scrapes on her knees, but besides that, nothing serious. She was okay.
Nothing broke? Oh my God, that's luck.
Right? It's straight up luck, dude. Straight up luck. She was a interesting girl. I remember in another class she said that she didn't like music, and I was like, you don't like music? And she's like, yeah, I don't like any music at all. I was like, but you like a little bit of music, right? She's like, no. It's like, not at all. It's like, it's very annoying. I don't want to hear it. What's that, Big?
Red flags. That's honestly like
She
big
was
red flags.
well, like the thing is, Vic, like she was a great kid. She was really kind, very sweet, very intelligent. But like she had some random stories like this where you're like, okay. Besides that, like she was a really great, very sweet person, lots of good friends, very intelligent, very smart. But yeah, jumped out of windows to save herself from embarrassment and didn't like music at all. I was like, I'm not gonna forget about you. You're an interesting person. Yeah,
Something you won't forget.
Have you guys had
One time,
Yeah, Prodigy, go ahead.
One time I saw this
Bathroom
one
break, I'll be
friend of
back.
mine, like, jump off from. the
Don't
third
jump out
floor.
of the bathroom.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay. Whatever, go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
There was this one guy who tried to commit suicide from the third floor in front of me, which was pretty funny to be honest, because the way he like made those sounds were like pretty. So he was like, "I'm pretty motivated that I'll commit suicide today," and I didn't pay much attention to it because I was like, "Yeah, maybe." And then he was like, "Nah, man, I'm pretty motivated," and I'm like, "Damn." And then some shit happened in the day, and he got like triggered by it, and then he like jumped over. But like, you know how Mario jumps over, so he's like, shit like that. And yeah, like literally a whole ass flip. And
With a backflip or a front flip.
yeah, with a black. I think it's a front. Now let me analyze it. So it was a front flip actually. Yeah, it was a front flip, and he like landed on some gravel and shit. He survived, but yeah, those.
Did he jump off anything high?
Yeah, it was like 3 stories high. So
Or
But did
you-
he want to die, or he just wanted to hurt himself? 'Cause feel
I
like
think
that's-
I think he just wanted attention, to be honest. Not gonna
Hmm.
lie. Yeah. Some
We didn't
people
the
try it
third
again.
floor isn't high enough.
yeah. I think he knew what he was doing, to be honest. I think like he just wanted to like get some attention off from that.
One of those free runners.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, man. Like, one slip up and you can be fucked up.
I mean, some people just don't care about themselves, so can't say much.
Ben missed so much, and he has no idea. He literally has no idea. He still has
You
no
have,
idea.
you have no idea, Ben.
He has
No idea.
What?
That was a crazy ass story, bro. You missed it. Not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't want to leave because Prodigy's been dropping gold tonight, and I
You mean poop?
yeah, play on words intended. Is it worth repeating or not?
Nah,
Okay,
you missed.
I'll go back and watch the VOD afterwards. Vig, I want to hear from Vig and Suyash as well. Like, what's the strangest thing you guys have seen at school, or like a strange classmate you had? Or are you guys a strange classmate? Like Suyash is the strange classmate. He's like,
No, my
it's like
school
one
was
time I
very-
masturbated in class. What? No, Suyash, don't smile. Don't smile like this. Suyash like, well, the mustache, bro. That's not a good look. Go ahead. Any stories to share?
No, bro, my school was very normal.
Normal. Yeah. Normal is different for every person. Vig, what about you, Vig?
Uninteresting, I would say.
I went to an all-boys school for like majority of my life. Had I gone longer, I would have like been completely gay at this point. But then,
Are you not?
no,
Ah,
I hope not.
Only
Just
partially.
confirm it.
Only
Just
partially.
confirm.
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm straight, so I think
Is
yeah.
is there any? I'm curious about that. Is there any scientific evidence to support that? Because like, this is just an anecdotal point of view, just like an observation. Not saying it's true or not true, and I definitely don't have a problem with it at all. But like Korea, so Korea is like notoriously kind of a conservative country, not very open-minded towards like the LGBTQ movement. Even to this day, there's still like a bunch of arguments going on. But like, there's a fair amount of like LGBTQ kids. And I'm just curious because I don't know if it's a coincidence, but a lot of the students who end up being like gay or les, they often, again, just anecdotal, they often go to like single sex schools basically. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, well, like that's not too surprising. Like if you're, all around this gender all the time and you're growing up, going through puberty, like it makes sense you might even want to experiment at least. Not saying it like makes you become gay or les, but definitely be interested in experimenting, right? But I'm just wondering if there's like scientific evidence to back that up or what, because like for a country that's like saying like don't be gay, don't be les, like what about the single sex schools? Like you're kind of encouraging it, aren't you?
I think I can link this up to the fact that you surround yourself with a certain kind of people and you tend to become such kind of people. So that I don't know how scientifically true it is, but I know it's true that you're the product of the 5 people that you surround yourself with, and I think that's probably has to do a lot with it. That even me personally, I said that I would have been gay had I spent any longer there, is probably because I was turning gay, if slowly. I don't know how to word it properly. I don't want to say, I'm not saying I'm gay, but then it definitely had a big influence on how I interacted with people, because my entire interaction was basically with boys. I did not talk to a girl until I was like 15, 16, basically. So that has a lot to do with how your brain develops, right? Because you're surrounded by like-minded people. You don't get to see the opposite genders.
Point of view, perspective, lifestyle. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Well,
they
I
have
mean,
a
also if
go
you're in
ahead.
that age of curiosity, you're in that age of curiosity. That those teenage years, and if all you have access to is the same sex, I mean, it's the reason that militaries that only have men often have, men engaging in
Or I mean,
sex
in
with other
jail,
men.
drop the soap.
Man, I don't know about all of this, but here's the thing, bro. Sometimes the homies ass be looking really funny, so I'm just saying, man, like sometimes do be looking juicy though. And I'm not saying I did anything, but
Prodigy,
whether or not,
Prodigy, I need you on every live stream from now on, okay? I just need you like to jump in at the randomest moments and be like, "Hey guys, like let me cook for a minute," and just like drop something on us, okay?
man, here's the thing, like imagine this, right? Like
I'm sure
I'm
you
on
have.
the fucking beach, right?
Yeah.
And like Brad Pitt comes up from the ocean, like, ripped ass body and shit. Would I not consider that? See?
I don't even.
I would.
I
Yeah,
would.
bro, that's straight. That's straight, bro. Like if you do not consider having sex with Brad Pitt, nah, I don't think you're straight, man. Like, yeah, that should be real, man. Sometimes hits me, man. Like when I sleep at night and shit, like, yeah, shit.
What is that?
Would exactly, man.
Would.
I would, bro.
Would. I love that meme. I love that meme.
I was just thinking, I've not been to an all boys school, but I have been to a school where there were only boys. Because I did an IT education and there were just no girls. But it was like some of the most chill times I've had. Because no one was fighting over girls.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing even here in Korea, is that I think I think it's fair to say a large number of like high schoolers like don't even have time for a relationship because they're so busy with studying. So it doesn't even cross their mind. I was talking with a high school last night when I was playing basketball, and yeah, he was like I don't really have time. I'm not really interested in a relationship because I don't have time for a relationship. I get home at like 1 a.m. and I have to go to bed at like, I go to bed at like 3 or 4 a.m. and wake up at like, 7 or 8. So it's like there's no time, no interest, and if you have a relationship, you got to make time for texting them and seeing them, and that takes away from your time to watch YouTube or sleep. So it's like,
Yeah, that makes sense too. Well, we were just gaming in the lunch breaks and such, so it was also really chill.
Sounds fun.
Man, relationships are boring, bro, not gonna lie. Like, it's basically just coexisting with someone else and thinking you're not good enough for yourself. You gotta be narcissistic when it comes to this, bro. Like, self-sufficient, not gonna lie.
Wait, how do you mean?
Bro.
Explain more.
Man, here's the thing, right? When it comes to relationships, right? I have bad commitment issues. So that explains a lot, but still, just in general, I feel like relationships are waste of time, man. Like, okay, think about this, right?
Okay.
You got a text, you got to meet up. Sometimes you don't even have sex, bro. That's like the bad part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just gotta be there, like, oh, hey, yeah, it's all good, life stuff. So, like,
Okay.
shut the fuck up, man. I'm not like, I don't want to do that shit, bro. Like, I got my own problems. Why the fuck am I gonna like solve your problems? Like, makes no sense, right? So, yeah, for me, man, relationships are like, it's like hard candy, like you try to
Hard candy.
and you're like, yeah, you lick it and you're like, damn.
And then it's gone
it's
eventually.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, fuck that shit, bro. I'm happy. Nah, I should not say that shit, but yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm capping now. Have
Yeah.
you have you
No,
ever
no,
ha-
no,
have
no,
you
no.
have you ever had a satisfying or fulfilling romantic relationship?
Bro.
Never? Or-
I've had bad ones.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like 3 really bad ones.
Yeah.
And then I said, fuck this, bro. I'm not built for that. I'm literally not built for that.
Why do
Now
you
I just keep it super chill, so.
Why do you think they were
Like-
bad? Because like the other person just like was a horrible person? Do you think it was like on both sides?
Bro, I'm definitely the problem for sure. For sure. Like, I want to admit that.
Full circle.
I'm the problem.
Yeah,
indeed,
full
but yeah.
circle. Yeah.
But I don't want to change that, bro. Like, I'm a narcissist, and I love the fact that I'm a narcissist, bro. Like, I love myself, like, and I cannot like put you above myself because like I value myself a bit too much. So
I don't think that's narcissism, though. That's just like how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to put yourself over everyone because nobody else is going to do that for you.
bro, you don't know the extents I go to. So
No, I think
Like he said, sometimes his imagination takes him places.
exactly, yeah. My imagination be taking me places, bro. Like, not gonna lie.
No,
Like,
I think
one-
it's healthy though, dude, because it's kind of like I said before, like on extremes, like on one extreme you can be so needy that you're putting everything on the partner, right? And then on the other extreme you can become super narcissistic, where it's like, no, fuck everybody, people suck, I just want to be by myself. And then I think if you move past that point, that's when you can get to like the middle ground of like, I love myself, I value myself, I'm independent, but I also have space for another person. If you even want that in your life.
Think, right? Here's what I think. I feel like everything boils down to the basic human needs, right?
Okay.
Any kind of human needs sex, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's the basic fucking thing you need, right? And in a relationship, you need like emotional investment where you're like comforting each other or like motivating each other. For me, an ideal relationship is the one where me and my partner can share goals, right? Like something I can build upon. If we don't have shared goals, I feel like feelings fade away, man. That's the first thing, right? Like all your like love and shit, that kind of fades away with time.
Sure.
If you don't have a common goal or like some common, morals that you guys hold together, I don't think it can last, right? And it's pretty weird. So it's better to be like really open in conversations, put out your needs, your sexual needs, whatever needs you have at the time. Let the other person understand what you need, and be done with it. I feel like that's the better way of going around it than being in a meaningless relationship, because it makes no sense. You're misleading the other person, man. in that sense. So.
So like on the first date, you say like twice a day.
Nah, you never say that, bro. You prove that shit, you know.
Prove that. Oh my gosh.
Always prove that shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think like there's a lot of truth there, Prodigy. I think it's kind of like part of it's like growing up, right? Then coming to figuring out like what you want and what you need in a relationship. And I think another thing I was gonna point out is that I used to be a lot like that, where I kind of like thought for a while, what's the point of relationships? Like, why do we need to have relationships? Like short-term relationships, like also like useless. I don't think so anymore, because I've kind of realized that life is so vast. There's different situations for every person. And so like, even though like having a long-term committed, you know, equal goals, equal ambitions relationship might be like the ideal best one to go for, there's also honestly points in your life, or even in my life, where it's like I needed someone to be with me for like 2 weeks, or you know, a few days, or like 1 month or whatever, because like if they weren't there, like I probably would have killed myself, you know, or I would have done something even I would regret, you know. But so yeah, I mean, just like getting better at identifying, like you said, Prodigy, like what your needs are, emotional, mental, sexual, spiritual, like all of that stuff is really important, and then communicating it to the
Mostly
person.
sexual, but yeah.
Hierarchy of needs. Yo,
I think I'm at that point. I'm definitely good on my own.
definitely good on my own. Yeah.
Bro, here's the thing, like mentally, right? I want a girl who's like really good and shit. Like here's like the oxymoron, right? I feel like I need a girl who's like, even if she's not that good looking and shit. That's a really bad statement, but I'm high, so possible. Anyway, even if she's not that good looking and shit, you know, and she's good as a person, I can pass away with that shit. But I know, like deep inside, I want this like supermodel bitch, like she's like, oh well, like with me, and you know, like I'm flexing around, and I'm like, yo, look at that shit, bro. Even if she's like, you know, sexually harassing me and like, you know, pulling me away from my parents and shit. Yeah, shit like that happens, bro. It's tough.
This man's wilding. For sure.
I appreciate
I'm saying what's on my mind, bro. Like that's the thing. Like people are too afraid to say shit that's on their mind, because they think what's gonna happen to them if they say it.
I respect the honesty, Prodigy, and I think a lot of people actually feel that way. I think a lot of people feel that way. Even with lately, there's been a big issue with people doing the deep fake porn, right? And there's been a fair number of guys who are like, who can't understand it. They're like, what? I'd be honored if someone like was like looking at my body in that way. And like, it's just a complete misunderstanding of the whole issue, because like, no, you might think that way because you're not getting attention. So it feels like if you got the attention, it would feel good. But if you actually got the attention like that, it wouldn't be good anymore. It's like the same way with like fame, of like being super famous. Like, oh, I want to have 1 million followers. But then once you get 1 million followers, there is so much more scrutiny and judgment and like demands put on your time, where it's kind of like, oh wait, did I actually want this? You know? So I don't know. I guess I would question for you, like I would question you, Prodigy, like where do you think that stuff comes from? You know, as far as like wanting a supermodel girlfriend, or like someone who's like super fucking attractive. Because I feel like anytime I've felt that way, a lot of it was from like insecurity, of like feeling like I wasn't attractive enough, or I wasn't good enough, and so I wanted someone else to.
Of course, dude. Of course.
Yeah.
No, that shit. See,
I figured you
here's the
did.
thing, right?
I figured you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I feel like I'm good on my own, but I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Emotionally, I can like, you know, comfort myself and shit. So like somewhere or the other, it boils down to what role my partner's gonna have in my life. And I feel like, you know, in some way or the other, she should help out with my career, right? Man, so like some good photo shoots go a long way. Trust me, like some good photo shoots go a long way. So having a supermodel girlfriend, getting some good photo shoots done, man, that's the life. I'm telling you, bro. Just like traveling over places, having it like, damn, bro, that guy got like that thick booty, that thick booty supermodel, bro. I'd be like, yeah, that's me, that's me, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of validates it, bro.
The OnlyFans boyfriend, filming your girlfriend like with other guys.
No, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that
That's
shit,
what you're
bro.
describing.
I mean, yeah, if I'm getting paid, maybe I'm kind of like happy with that shit. Like, I don't even
Sneako.
know.
Get
Sneako
paid
type.
by your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Sneako type beat, bro. Sneako type beat 2023. Let's go.
By the way, Emmo, what's up, dude?
Hello.
Emmo, this is like the first time I've ever like talked with you on voice chat. We've only texted before this, and I've known you for a good. How long's it been, man? 4 years?
Yeah,
3
maybe.
years?
I think so.
Been a few years, bro. Good to see you,
Yeah, I
man.
found you randomly on Twitter for some reason. Don't really remember why.
Wasn't it Discord? I thought we met on Discord. I thought.
I have no clue anymore. So long ago.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was such a long time ago. I thought it was Discord. It could have been Twitter. Like I met Vig through Discord, and I think I thought I met you as well, Emmo. It was all because like we had mutual friends, and like we met like in like the group settings, and like we stayed in touch.
Ah, okay. Yeah, for sure. That might be it, yeah.
Yeah, we were on this this like porn stars Discord server, and oh fuck, why did I say that? Oh,
No, it was deep fakes only.
deep fakes. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
we're admitting to crimes now. No, it was some musician server, and then like yeah, we met through that. As far as I know, but yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Emmo, give a quick intro for yourself, man. Like where you're from, what you do, because I don't think anyone here knows you.
Okay.
German.
Hello. I am Emmo. I am a producer from Norway. Yeah, that's everything. I mean, there's nothing really special about me, so yeah.
Okay,
It is what it is.
that's bullshit, dude. You make music. That's already super special.
It's fun, you know. It's an escape from reality.
Vig, that's exactly what you said earlier.
Circles. Multiple full circles.
I mean, it's nice. You know, creating your own world inside of the computer. Yeah.
That's what I've done with
It's
my friend circle,
beautiful.
dude. Made a bunch of virtual friends.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this kind of actually about that though. It kind of goes along with like what Prodigy was saying. It's one thing I've kind of noticed is that like I've said this before in conversation with Val, but like I'm so grateful for my internet community and my internet friends because like you guys are amazing. You have so many different points of view and perspectives that we can have these random conversations that are meaningful. At the same time, I do feel like you need to have people in real life as well, and so it's not a. I think online friendship's not a substitute for real life connection, but it's definitely like a big plus to have people online.
That reminds
Yeah,
me,
for
I
sure.
Visit
forgot
your
to
online
put, by the
friends.
way.
What's that, Paul?
Do you ever visit your online friends?
I've seen a few of them in real life. I'm not sure how many. It's been about 4 or 5 of them. We've got to meet up eventually, but a lot of them I haven't met yet.
Yeah, like last year I went to a wedding from someone I met online.
Dude, how was that?
Oh, it was so weird. It was in Finland. I just flew to Finland and then I was at a wedding. It was like, well, I've been playing League with them like for 4 years, but now I'm at their wedding.
That's so
I
cool,
was like,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah, I
it
had
was
the
really
same.
strange.
Same for you, Emmo?
We were
Yeah.
a guild in World of Warcraft, so it was 8 people that was the inner circle, and we ended up meeting up on a moving in party for one of the guys in Stockholm. So there's where I met all of them in real life for the first time.
How was it? Was it strange? Was it comfortable? Like, what was it like?
I mean, we have been talking together on the internet
Yeah.
for like every day for 4 or 5 months. So it was like,
It is so normal.
yeah, it was like, oh yeah, I have known you forever. So yeah,
It's just like seeing
just-
friends in real life.
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it again a couple weeks ago in Heidelberg, Germany. So it was also fun.
That is fun. Yo, Prodigy, you were gonna say something about internet friendships. What was that, Prodigy?
I just have like this really, borderline racist joke in my head that I want to crack, but I don't think like this is like the right moment to do it. Bro, it's passable for me. Look at my skin color.
You haven't held back on anything else, so I don't see like what's stopping
bro.
you.
Yeah, let me just go for it, honestly. What does What fruit does a Chinese monkey eat?
No one say anything.
I am not.
Banana?
Na.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Oh,
Yeah, that's
come
like
on.
some-
That's low grade, dude.
Bro, you can't blame me, bro. I've smoked like 2 joints. Like,
Is that gonna stand in the court of
would-
law? So actually, I know you're blaming me for sexual assault, but I was smoking weed. So like, you know, you gotta take that into account.
So, yeah, so it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
It's cool, bro.
It's like, yeah, it's cool, it's cool.
This is
Enjoy it in
one of
jail.
the least worst thing he did.
Nicole Saul.
Oh my gosh. Vig, you have a lot of internet friends, right?
Yeah, I actually have more internet friends than real life friends.
I find that
don't
hard to
know.
believe.
No, I
Sad,
do.
bro, sad.
Trust me.
Mm.
Because again, that takes me
Okay.
back full circle. We're making an Audi ring here. I cut off most of my real life friends because they were
Okay, that's true.
not good friends. So yeah, I'll have like, I don't know, 4 or 5 real friends in real life,
Mm.
and the rest of people I hang out with, they're online. And honestly, I've known some of these people for like 7, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I've known anyone in real life for that long because I've been moving around the country a lot. So
Right?
yeah, that's that. Hey, yo. Okay, that's
I saw this meme about like that kind of talks about this a little bit, so I was gonna pull it up. This isn't the exact one I recall,
Huh?
but it's probably got the same idea. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know how to feel about that, but yes. Good
Hang on.
shit.
Ah man, it's low quality. Can I zoom in? Okay. Yeah, the part I was thinking about it specifically though is over here where it says most people they like just seem to disappear eventually.
Yeah, I don't put in effort into it, right? But like, if we part ways, we part ways. That's just the way it is. I'm not gonna force it.
That's what it is, man. That's what I was thinking about was the fact that oh man, cuz like this is not the one I was thinking of. It talks about how you don't really lose friends, you just kind of shed your friends. Like they kind of just like slowly slip away or drift away.
Yeah, I mean, considering I've been moving around a lot, right? You don't get the opportunity to physically meet up and then build that intimacy. You need to have friendship. So I think, yeah, I'm kind of a black sheep when it comes to it because I know most people at least have like childhood friends. They're like, oh my God, this is my bestie from childhood that cheated on my husband with.
The references are so deep here. We've made our own lore in the last 2 hours.
So, yeah, that's that.
I got another joke, by the way.
Oh no.
What kind of bear loves to eat curry? The brown bear, bro. Yo, let's go. Let's go. I can crack that joke. I don't care. I
Yeah, you can crack it, but no one's can laugh at it though. That's the problem.
You should. You should. What the fuck?
I saw Vig give me like the thumbs up there. Vig was like, yeah.
We just laugh. We just laugh at him.
That's a
Yeah,
Johnson.
yeah, we accept him as he is. We don't justify it, we don't condone it, but we just take it as it is.
It's there.
That's how life is sometimes.
It's interesting though, isn't it? Though when we talk about this kind of stuff, because I think that all of us have similar experiences. So whenever we talk, it's like we're the people that understand the lifestyle, and then we're always talking about the other people that have like lived in the same place forever, have like the lifetime friends. And it's like yeah, there's them and there's us, and like they don't
Oh
understand.
no, I'm at the other group.
You are, Paul? Are you?
Yeah, when I have a party here, there's like 50 people in my living room.
Okay. What's it
Those are
like?
just
Like,
my friends.
how does it feel to be like in that kind of lifestyle? Like, is it just comfortable? Is it normal? Like, how would you describe it?
I don't know the other one.
Yeah. So it's hard to gauge. Mm.
Yeah, but at least you get weird stories like this. I can give you one.
Go.
I was at a party of my friends,
Yeah.
and one of my friends, actually the birthday guy, he had a girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
back then. But one of my other friends went with his girlfriend to his bedroom. Yeah, that was fun. He told him that like a week later, And well, the relationship went over. But that has happened twice to him. So
Oh no!
yeah, with
Wait, his
different guys
picker is
though.
off. His picker is off.
It seems like it, right? What the hell?
But yeah, I know.
Was there alcohol involved, or was it just like
A lot of alcohol. Every time. Every party is a lot of alcohol.
I don't know if that makes it make more sense or doesn't play a role, but
I don't know.
yeah.
But also, like, I was at another party last weekend,
Mm.
and two guys confessed to having sex on another guy's bed on the same evening, but not with each other, but just an hour later. And he was like, "Oh, that's why my bed was not made up anymore. I was sure I did it this morning."
Oh my gosh, it's so chill about it. They don't even care. Damn.
Nah, it's already happened, and like,
Yeah, what can you
they're
do about
friends
it?
anyway? Yeah. And that wasn't with the ex, so you know.
Yeah. So it's not as much of an issue.
But like lots of those kind of stories.
Yeah, it definitely sounds nice because you know them so long. It's like anything goes. It seems like there's probably not a lot of drama, probably.
They used to be
Okay.
back when they were still horny teenagers.
Yeah, but I mean, if you get older and you kind of like been together, it's like you know all the secrets.
Yeah, now it's all like, yeah, sure, just whatever.
Live your life.
That's true. With internet friends, you can't have any of these stories about so-and-so sleeping in so-and-so's bed with so-and-so.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
I took
actually.
I took one of my friends, one of my real life friends, to the internet friends party.
Okay.
It's 3 weeks ago in Heidelberg. And one of my internet friends, he kind of lived there, used to live there. His hometown is there, and his sister still lived there. So, well, my friend kind of kissed his sister
Kind of.
at the end of the day.
Kind of.
Just kind of.
Kind
And
of.
I think they also went to bed together, but we kind of missed a couple hours. So they said they kissed.
Hey man, so I was in your bedroom for the last hour. I kind of kissed your sister. That's all.
So
But see, these
yeah,
are
that
internet
happened.
friends that have met each other in real life. Like, if you have, like, if we never meet each other, it's like, okay. You will not meet my room.
I will say this, Val, like I do think nowadays, like since a lot of stuff is online, you could still like have conversations with other people, like be like, you know, flirting or talking with other people that might cause some drama, maybe.
That's true. Maybe.
Because I have heard a few people talk like that, where they were like a thing, but then they're like, oh no, you were talking to other people online, and it's like causes some drama between them. But yeah, it's easy to hide stuff online, right? You don't have to reveal everything. There's no pressure to and everything. You can like have a face, you know, and show up online. So I think probably all of us have stories about that. I know that like our friend Cora has told me a few as well. I think Anna has had that experience before, where you meet someone, like you've known someone online, you meet them in person, and like something's different about them, you know, where it's like they were withholding information or something like that. Paul, no?
Not at all.
Not at all? Okay.
No, it's all been really relaxed and chill. So
That's good. That's good. I've heard stories from other people where they met the person in real life, and stuff was like off, or there was something like they were hiding, or they didn't really tell the full story. Nothing like malicious or like dangerous. It's just kind of stuff that's kind of like, oh, okay, that's weird, or like, why did you not tell me that, or things like that. So
maybe it'll happen to me in September. I don't know.
I mean, I hope it doesn't, but just saying.
Maybe I meet you. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's possible. That is possible. Because Paul's coming to Korea, so I should still be here. So, yeah, we'll try to meet up. I do have another internet friend coming this week, like on Thursday. So that'll be fun.
This week.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that'll be cool.
It's too expensive to fly right now, but it's like holiday season here.
Right.
So everything's 3 times as expensive.
I don't think I've had any issues with that in my case. But I think it's because most of the people I hang out with are pretty authentic on the internet. There's not really any need for us to hide stuff from each other. So it's like you said before, Vic, like you can kind of spot fake people, and like you don't have time for that. So they kind of like, you know, you don't get close with them. So I think it's the same way for me. Most of the people I hang out with, it's like, we do live streams like this, like everything comes out. And so if you're not comfortable, like, you're not going to be my friend because we talk about everything. Got to keep it honest. Oh, man.
Yeah, but
yeah, Emmo, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, like, when I meet people on the internet,
Yeah.
people I meet and everything, I don't think they'll act so much differently, on the internet than when I meet them in real life, because they don't have anything to hide from me.
Mm.
I mean, like, maybe it has something to do with my, personality and everything, because I'm always like, what you see is what you get.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I usually get those people around me as well. And I mean, people are acting crazy on the internet, and I'm just laughing my ass off and say, "Oh, I can't wait till we meet." Yeah.
No, I agree, Emmo. I think that's what it is. Like, what you give is what you get back in most cases.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, on the internet, you usually meet or hang around with like-minded people. Yeah. Or in my case, at least.
There can also be there might also, I'm not sure if this is fair to say or not, there might also be like a generational thing as well, where kids who grew up on the internet would feel more comfortable being open on the internet, whereas people who are like had to adopt the internet, they might be more secretive about what they share.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Possibly.
I remember I said that. I said to my parents, for example, I said, "Oh, I'm going to Sweden to meet some friends I met on World of Warcraft." And you should just see their faces. I mean, for them, it's, out of this world to meet people and have fun on the internet. Yeah.
When did you tell them, like, the day of the trip? You're like, well, Mom and Dad will be gone for the week, meeting some strangers. Or did you tell them, like, before?
I mean, I called them about 1 or 2 weeks before.
Okay.
And I said, of course, like, if you don't hear back from me on Saturday, just call the police, okay? Just so you know.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I was meeting some weirdos on the internet who plays World of Warcraft most of the day. Yeah.
My mom was so scared. First time I went to a guild meeting, I was 16-year-old.
Yeah.
I needed to travel by train for 2 hours until I was there.
Huh?
But it was such fun. We had a good barbecue. We gamed a little bit. I wasn't allowed to drink yet. Well, the last part is not really fun, but...
Oh, man. Guys, it's getting a bit late. It's already 4 a.m. here, so I do need to wrap the stream up. But I'll be doing another one this Thursday. It might be Wednesday for you guys, but I have it scheduled on my page already. So if you guys want to join again, yeah, it's the same link as well. So like next time you guys want to just jump in and jump on. I don't think I have any plans for that one. So probably just like, again, chit-chat, Reddit stories, and maybe reading manga.
Make up a title and it'll...
Exactly. Slap it on there. Yeah, yeah. Well, like, because for real, like, I don't even need to prepare for this stuff anymore. Like, you guys jump on, like, it's just insane the stuff you guys pull out. So, like, I used to prepare a lot for them, but now it's just like, I'm wasting my time preparing this stuff. Like, it's going to be funny.
The things I want to talk about. Nope.
Yeah. So
I'm still hoping for a K-pop conversation someday.
All right. Yeah. No, I agree, Paul. Like, I want to do like a twice tier ranking and stuff like that. A K-pop reaction.
Oh, let's go.
Right? That'd be hella fun.
Can you play the songs so I can just hear what they are?
Yeah, there we go, Val. We could like play some clips and then rank them or something. We can do like a live video reaction to some new music videos as well. Let's do it next time.
Let's go.
Let's do it on Thursday, Paul. Let's do it on Thursday. We'll watch like the new videos.
On Thursday. Am I doing anything on Thursday?
It might be Wednesday for you.
You said Wednesday for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But it's on my page schedule, so you can check it and see how it lines up with your schedule. Vig, thanks so much for jumping on. Val, always great time. Paul, great to chat with you. Suyash,
yes.
Emmo, great to meet you. Man, Prodigy, you're a legend, dude. Thanks for jumping on. Please join again. You're amazing. All right, guys, take care. See everyone on Thursday.
Bye.
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 Thank you.